born in truth under David, he will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne. And I was like, really read that real hard. I was like, you think one of us is gonna rise up to the throne? You know what I'm saying? Better join the house of David.
Huge. Dang, man. That's sad.
I know, man. So many brothers falling with me, believing in Christ. It's because all this new information that they got coming out. Did I tell y'all about that shit?
What?
It's a bunch of new, like, Ben Lloyd sent me some shit. You know, Ben Lloyd's a Torah only guy.
Uh-huh.
But they think like Josephus wrote the New Testament.
Who? Josephus?
Yeah.
Man.
They think that he did it because he was a prisoner of the Romans and shit, and they basically like used him like an agent to make up some shit.
So you better write this New Testament.
We doing a lot of writing, nigga. We need 5,000 copies of the Book of John in Greek, nigga. You know, you can't even read Greek. Oh shit. That's my only problem, man, is I think the original language was Hebrew and Aramaic, because Josephus talks about how in Israel all you learn is Hebrew, Aramaic. That's it. Matter of fact, they all learned Aramaic, but like he was talking about how hard it was for him to like grasp the concept of Greek. It was real hard for him to learn.
Shalom, Aki.
Shalom.
No. Yeah, here.
I'm trying to find it. Whenever I find it, man, I'll show it to y'all, man. Because Ben Lloyd sent me some information about it. It's called something about. Damn, I'm trying to think. What the hell was that shit called? Let me see. Oh yeah, I found one thing I found on it. Talking about ancient confessions reinvented Jesus Christ.
That the white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says American biblical scholar Joseph Atwill will be appearing before the British public for the first time in London on the 19th of October to present a controversial new discovery. Ancient confessions recently uncovered now prove, according to Atwill, that the New Testament was written by first-century Roman aristocrats and that they fabricated the entire story of Jesus Christ. This presentation will be part of a one-day symposium entitled Covert Messiah at Conway Hall in Holborn. There's another book on it too, talking about like Caesar's Jesus or some shit like that. I don't know if you've heard of that or not.
No, I don't think so.
Caesar's Messiah, the Roman conspiracy to invent Jesus. There's a Caesar's Messiah debunked website. Caesar's Messiah and Joseph Atwill debunked. Damn, all these niggas want to attack Jesus, man. What the fuck? Why ain't they attacking Buddha or nobody? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Damn, Chinese people don't even know he wasn't a Chinese man. Fuck it. Ain't nobody attacking that nigga.
At all.
What up, Box?
Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, Lion Bear. I must have dropped off for a second, but yeah, I was talking to Lion Bear about that joint as well. I didn't know we was live.
Yeah, you're live, man.
Hey, give all praise to Yahuwah Shimi Huashab, man.
Huh?
I said, I'm gonna give all praise to Yahuwah Shimi Huashab, Baruch Atam, to the Akyam.
Khan. Yeah, man. I heard what y'all was talking about. Um, have you ever like looked into that? Like, have you looked into it to see what his arguments was? Because I
I'm just now like, like I save stuff and then put it on the back burner for later. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Like, it's automatically bullshit in my mind, but I'll look at it. But
I mean,
yeah, it just now came to mind because one of the brothers was messaging me talking about he didn't believe in Christ no more and stuff like that, and I was sending him clear scriptures in the Old Testament. He's like, I don't believe in the New Testament no more. I'm like, bro, we dealing with the Old Testament. I was like, Psalm 132 and 11 clearly states, look, Yahuwah has sworn in truth unto David, you will not turn from it. Of the fruit of thy body will I set upon thy throne. And I was like, well, do you really think one of us is gonna rise to the throne? Like, what was you thinking? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Well, I seen that and I looked into it, man. And the dude, he put some stuff together, man. That it's interesting. I put it to you like that. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
say about 2 years ago, I ran across him, and not necessarily that Caesar's Messiah one, but the one where Atwell was talking about Josephus wrote the New Testament,
Ancient confessions.
right? And what he was saying, man, was it's really the story of Titus and Vespasian. That's the actual story of the New Testament. The
Oh
whole
wow.
Jesus thing is Titus and Vespasian. So who was the son? Titus. It was Titus was the son, right?
The son of Caesar.
It was Titus and Vespasian that took down Judea.
Yeah.
So I think Titus was the son and Vespasian was his father. So that every time that
Yeah,
Jesus,
that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
that Jesus in the Bible is saying, my father and this and that and the other, he's really talking about, it's really Titus talking about his father and things like that. And then when he's saying things like the kingdom of heaven is at hand and things of that nature, it's talking about Rome crushing Judea. And then every miracle that the that Jesus does, it correlates pretty much miracle for miracle with the siege of Jerusalem. How Titus went to Galilee and things of that nature, and then Jesus goes to Galilee. I mean, he makes
Which
a
wouldn't
strong
have,
argument, man.
which basically wouldn't have been done until about 40 years later.
Huh?
Like the things you're talking about with Titus and Vespasian, you're talking about like from like 65 to 70 AD.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't have all the dates down, but like I said, I looked into it. If you read in Josephus's book, I think the book of the War Against the Jews, or I can't remember the exact title of that particular chapter. And then what he does is parallels Titus's campaign against Jerusalem, and compares that to the New Testament. So when it says
War,
that Jesus walked on
wars
water,
on the Jews.
huh?
Wars on the Jews. He had it right.
Right. So when, for example, when Jesus walks on water, there's a story in that particular book that Josephus writes where Titus is almost killed. So he basically dodges death. And then the story about washing your hands when the scribes and Pharisees were trying to gainsay the Messiah about his disciples not washing their hands. That's an actual correlation between when Titus had to scold some of his soldiers for doing something wrong. I mean, it's crazy, but it is interesting. You know what I'm saying? I tell you one thing though, you got to be strong in your faith in the Messiah and in that New Testament, really, really, really strong in it, because I can see how that can sway some people, man. Because he does put together from the little bit that I looked at, you know what I'm saying, what I was going through. I actually cracked open the Josephus and started looking at it, and I was like, damn. I mean, you got to
Mm.
have some strong faith, man. If you
Yeah,
shaky,
you gotta remember they magicians,
yeah,
so
no,
Yeah.
yeah,
they
that's what
know
I'm
how
saying.
to write very compelling arguments.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But if you shaky a little bit about that and this and that and the other, and you read that, you gone. You
Yeah.
been just like you said, your boy. He said he don't believe in it no more. If you got a little doubt, he gonna widen that doubt big time, bro. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you
What's
the
your
truth.
strongest argument? Just paralleling.
Yeah,
Uh,
man. I
yeah.
mean,
Okay.
it goes pretty. I mean, it's kind of compelling, man. I mean, I'm not saying I believe it, but I can see how how that thing go together, man. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes step by step from when the Messiah, like for example, John the Baptist. John the Baptist is he says is Nero. Okay. Now if you know anything about the Roman history and all that good stuff, Nero was Caesar, and I believe Nero was the one who gave the order to Titus and Vespasian to go out and do what they had to do. So he uses that same comparison with when the Messiah meets with John the Baptist and John the Baptist baptizes him, and then he takes over the reins. You see what I'm saying? Like everything is sequential, man. It goes step by step. Everything from John the Baptist to walking on water to the washing of hands to all kinds of stuff. He even makes a comparison on how, you know, when the Messiah was crucified and then they wanted to get his body. And I think the guy's name was Joseph of Arimathea,
Yeah.
is the one who paid for the body and paid for the body to be taken care of. He said that that's where Josephus wrote his name, because the guy's name is Joseph of Arimathea, but Josephus' name is Josephus of something, and he was showing that that's where he wrote his name into the New Testament. I mean, he gets thorough in there, man. It's not like just one or two things that he tries to link up. Like, he's linking up a lot of stuff, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? So if you ain't got the strong faith, man, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
What you saying? You wouldn't even read it if you don't have faith.
Man. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Let me read this
I ain't
right
gonna lie, man. For a minute, I was like, "Ooh, man, that New Testament, looking kind of shaky, bro." Like it was like that, like, ugh.
Yeah, that's what a lot of OT only people they be dealing with them situations like that. You know what I'm saying? They find something written by these people, and you know they are master magicians, and so they use that as ammunition against his existence. But luckily, luckily I saw him, so I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? I can't be shaken from that situation.
Right,
I don't
right.
need no evidence. You know what I'm saying? So that I won't just be talking and people be like, oh, he just crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even talk about it much. You know what I'm saying? But once I get some evidence, then I'm gonna go ahead and provide the evidence and say, see, I told you I saw him.
Right.
Well,
I just got all the I got those Gnostic Gospels downloaded now.
Yeah.
okay, let me read this right quick. Ramsey
Yeah.
Orta, the man who captured Eric Garner's death by chokehold on video for the world to see, will now likely spend the next 4 years in prison after agreeing to a plea deal in a 2014 Staten Island drug and weapons case. Oh, that's totally different. I thought he was going to jail for videotaping the thing. I'm supposed to be copping
That's
out.
crazy.
Orta told the New York Daily News, I'm pretty much tired of fighting. Orta has been arrested several times since capturing Garner's death at the hands of the NYPD on video. He believes he's being targeted as retribution. Orta has been living with his wife in Las Vegas since prosecutors dismissed a domestic violence charge against him. He claims he and his wife are now on good terms.
They basically saying they fucking with him, like they
Yeah,
doing Cat Williams.
yeah. See, now I don't even know if he really did the drug stuff, but you know,
They need a scapegoat for everything, man. They need a fall guy for everything anyway. You know what I
It was
mean?
not immediately clear why the prosecution was dropped, but Orta and his spouse have since said that they are on good terms. He was accompanied at the courthouse by Kevin Moore, 30, a fellow member of the Top Watch organization who is known for having filmed the death of Freddie Gray in Baltimore. He still feels he's a law enforcement target and has claimed that someone put a rat pesticides in his food at Rikers Island, so he'll be taking precautions upstate by sticking to packaged commissary goods. And see, that's probably what they did to that boy Gucci Mane, because somebody done put out some information that they confirmed Gucci Mane is dead and gone.
Believe it.
He probably is.
Bro, I watched, like, I kept hearing that junk about him being a clone or whatever. And you know, I
Yeah,
already
I
believe in
don't
the
get on
cloning,
that.
so I was like, you know, I didn't even really care too much to look at. But when I seen that music video, cause I was like, that ain't that nigga, bro.
It ain't. It ain't. It ain't the
It ain't
same
him at all.
But but what's the agenda of killing Gucci Mane? Like how does that keep the peace or you know what I'm saying? Like what's
It's to keep him from talking. He could,
talking
you know,
about what? Gucci
what
Mane?
they do behind closed doors.
Ah,
Talking
yeah.
about talking about
You know what
what?
I mean? Well, you know, their whole thing is to not tell the secrets. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So maybe he did say something or did something, or maybe he was planning on doing something. It's just like Sammy Davis Jr. and them was trying to like start their own black uh record company like solely for black people, like based like a whole black music industry. You know what I mean? With James
Well,
Brown and them brothers, and then the brothers ended up getting killed.
Pimp C, I can see why they killed him because he was trying to get some things together. You know, he was basically saying shit. What I've been saying for years is if y'all brothers is the one that's living this life and then coming up with stories to tell, like, you know, rapping and stuff like that, why don't y'all control y'all industry? I mean, I don't see how you have to go to a white man to sell your records or to distribute your stuff if it's just if it's your mind. You selling your mind. So I
And
guess Pimp C was trying to get Jay Prince,
what was
T.
Pimp C's manager again?
Pimp C's manager was Jay Prince. Who Pimp
Yeah,
C? I think it was with Jay
yeah,
Prince and them boys down
yeah.
there.
Because
But
they were working in cahoots with Dame Dash and them too, and Jay
yeah,
Z.
they were trying to get some stuff together, man, to have a label where they, you know, put the brothers together, put their money together, and distribute their own stuff. Where they would cut that middleman, cut that white man out of it completely. Before you know
That's
it,
the same thing Sammy Davis Jr. was trying to do.
yeah, they killed him quick, bro. I think within a year he was in a hotel dead. So you know, and you ain't heard nobody talk about that since. You ain't heard nobody bring up nothing about trying to go independent, like and cut the middleman when it's the obvious thing to do. You know what I'm saying? It's the obvious thing to do. So
And see, you know, Tila Tequila says she's a clone.
see, I don't get
Yeah,
into all that clone stuff, man. Be
yeah,
careful with that, bro. Be careful with that.
with what?
Because they have you looking for clones, man, while they rolling down a tank down your backyard or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Like they got you looking at clones and other stuff that really don't matter.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
mm,
yeah.
mm.
'Cause, you know, she was whistleblowing on a lot of stuff in the Illuminati, and then like she was talking about how she was in hiding and stuff like that, and now her whole tune is completely changed, and she's just happy go lucky as ever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
she was like real scared, and you know, she's like completely different all of a sudden.
y'all remember what Dave Chappelle said about Martin Lawrence? Remember when Martin Lawrence was butt naked on the street, talking about
Yeah.
they trying to kill me, they trying to kill me, and this and that and the other?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they be messing with them people, man, you know, if they get out of line. I do believe that. Yeah.
That's messed up. Okay. So we are gods. We're your God, like Moses was God to the Egyptians. Problem is that you people don't seem to comprehend is that we have an original God that created the heaven and the earth. We got an original God that created humans and everything else. You big dummies. You are not the original God that created the heaven and the earth. Don't you get it? It didn't come into existence by random, uh, just random bullness. You see what I'm saying? Something with intelligence put it into existence. Somebody a lot smarter than you, dude. See what I'm saying? You Kemites out there and you atheists. You know what I'm saying? And then he prescribed brilliance of behavior. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even adhere to that. So you weirdos, you better figure this kind of stuff out. I mean, it's simple. You know what I'm saying?
You know it's crazy too, right? I was watching a documentary on the Khazars, and like they basically, which is like I'm sitting here thinking like, damn, we can't even get our own people to do this shit, and we the real people. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They basically, of course, they went through the whole thing about how they brought in Israelites from Babylon and learned our culture and our knowledge, and then it said like they convinced themselves that they were really the seed line of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And what was crazy is near the end of this documentary, it was like they forgot that they told us at the beginning of the documentary these people was converts and started talking about them like they was really Israel. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of this, these people convinced themselves that they were the children of Israel and ended up orchestrating all these wars. They had to start out with small revolutions and shit like that at first. Yeah, they got into power. Started orchestrating shit in Russia with the Tsar. Started orchestrating Bolshevism, or whatever, however you say that retarded ass Indo-European shit.
Boss.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Started orchestrating World War II, throwing people into Franklin Delano Roosevelt's campaign and getting into the Congress. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Started NBC, ABC, and all this extra shit. All the major Hollywood companies convinced themselves they were us and got together and did all this shit, overthrew all the powers that be, and said that they had the right to in they Jewish encyclopedia, in the Encyclopedia Judaica. It'll tell you all this.
Mm,
I'm like,
absolutely, it does.
niggas can't get together for
Their
shit.
own record. Yeah, their own records, and this is one of them. Correspondence between King Joseph and somebody else, but I'm getting ready to read it. Okay, it says here, this is clear as day. Let me see. Hasdai's letter to King Joseph. Let me read that first. I, Hasdai, son of Isaac, son of Ezra, belonging to the exiled Jews of Jerusalem in Sepharad, a servant of my highest power, the king. Oh, that's talking about earthly king. Bow to the earth before him and prostrate myself towards the abode of your majesty from a distant land. I rejoice in your tranquility and magnificence. Stretch forth my hands to the highest power in heaven, that he may prolong your reign in Israel. Praise be to the beneficent highest power for his mercy towards me, kings of the earth, to whom his what is that? Abadar Rahman's magnificence and power are known. Bring gifts to him, conciliating his favor by costly presents, such as the king of the Franks, the king of the Ghibelline, who are Germans, the king of Constantinople, and others. All their gifts pass through by my hands, and I am charged with making gifts in return. Ibn Shaprut, who knew several languages, received these embassies. Let my lips express praise to the highest power of heaven, who so far extends his loving kindness towards me, without any merit of my own, but in the fullness of his mercies. I always ask the ambassadors of these monarchs who bring gifts about our brethren the Israelites, the remnant of the captivity, whether they have heard anything concerning the deliverance of those who have languished in bondage and have found no rest. He was anxious to know if the 10 lost tribes existed as an independent Hebrew state anywhere. At length, mercantile emissaries of Khorasan, a land southeast of the Caspian Sea in modern northern Iran, told me that there is a kingdom of Judah which is called Al-Khazar. Say what? Okay. But I did not believe these words, for I thought that's what I was thinking. Before I thought that they told me such things to procure my goodwill and favor. I was therefore wondering till the ambassadors of Constantinople came between 944 and 949.
Hey, he told him it was called Al-Khazar.
Yeah, yeah. Kingdom of Judah called Khazar. That's wild. With presents and a letter from their king to our king. And I interrogated them concerning this matter. They answered me, it is quite true. And the name of that kingdom is Al-Khazar. It is a 15 days journey by sea from Constantinople, but by land, many nations intervene between us. The name of the king now reigning is Joseph. Ships sometimes come from their country to ours, bringing fish, skins, and wares and every kind. The Khazars, great traders, got their wares from the Rus to the north. The men are our confederates and are honored by us. There is communication between us by embassies and mutual gifts. They are very powerful. They maintain numerous armies with which they occasionally engage in expeditions. When I heard this report, I was encouraged. My hands were strengthened and my hope was confirmed. Thereupon I bowed down and adored the highest power of heaven. Hasdai was happy. Christians could no longer say the Jews were without a country as a punishment for their rejection of Hamashiach. I pray for the health of my master, the king, of his family and of his house, and that his throne may be established forever. Let his days and his sons' days be prolonged in the midst of Israel. Okay, so these people knew, you know what I'm saying? They're closer to the time frame, you know what I'm saying? So they knew all these different nationalities clearly, you know what I'm saying? The Ghibelline, the Franks, the Germans, the Constantinople, and all that other stuff. Okay, King Joseph's reply to that letter. The letter of Joseph the king, son of Aaron the king, the Turk, may his creator preserve him to the head of the assembly, Hasdai, the son of Isaac, son of Ezra. I wish to inform you that your beautifully phrased letter was given us by Isaac, son of Eleazar, a Jew of the land of Germany. Isaac carried it through Germany, Hungary, and Kievan Rus to Khazari. All right, now for you dummies out there, I just want to make it clear that they're calling these people the son of other people because it doesn't matter what landmass they're in, they're still the son of these people. So it doesn't matter where people are. You can't determine what a person's nationality is by their location.
Well, you said basically that this is one of the Judaica records, the Jewish people.
I don't know. This is talking about the Khazarians. So he said he heard a rumor that there's a kingdom of Judah called Al-Khazar. So he's getting ready to reply to that information. So he says, you made us happy, and we are delighted with your understanding and wisdom. Let us therefore renew the diplomatic relations that once obtained between our fathers, and let us transmit this heritage to our children. Joseph believed the Khazars had once had diplomatic relations with the Spanish Arabs. You ask us also in your letter, of what people, of what family, and of what tribe are you? Know that we are descended from Japheth through his son Togarmah. In Jewish literature, Togarmah is the father of all the Turks. Okay, so that's one thing. It's one bloodline established. I have found in the genealogical books of my ancestors that Tergamar had 10 sons. These are their names. The eldest is Ujur, the second Taurus, the third Avar, the fourth Uauz, the fifth Bizal, the sixth Tarna, the seventh Khazar, the eighth Janer, the ninth Bogar, and the 10th Sawir. These are the mythical founders of tribes that once lived in the neighborhood of the Black and Caspian Seas. I am a descendant of Khazar, the seventh son. I have a record that although our fathers were few in number, the Holy One, blessed be He, this is a common name for the highest power, gave them strength, power, and might so that they were able to carry on war after war with many nations who were more powerful and numerous than they. By the help of the highest power, they drove them out and took possession of their country. Upon some of them, they have imposed forced labor even to this very day. The land along the Volga, in which I now live, was formerly occupied by the Bulgarians. Our ancestors, the Khazars, came and fought with them. And although these Bulgarians were as numerous as the sand of the sea, as the sand on the shores of the sea, referenced by the book of Joshua. What is he talking about? Our ancestors, the Khazars, came and fought with them, and although these Bulgarians were as numerous as the dang. Okay, so we were the Bulgarians, was what it's trying to say right there. They could not withstand the Khazars. So they left their country and fled while the Khazars pursued them as far as the Danube River. The Danube is what? That's in Germany, right? Up to this very day, the Bulgars camp along the Danube and are close to Constantinople. The Khazars have occupied their land up till now. Okay. After this, several generations passed until a certain king arose whose name was Bulan. He was a wise and most high-fearing man, trusting in his creator with all his heart. He expelled the wizards and idolaters from the land and took refuge in the shadow of his wings. After this, his fame was spread broadcast. The king of the Byzantines and the Arabs, who had heard of him, sent their envoys and ambassadors with great riches and many great presents to the king, as well as some of their wise men, with the object of converting him to their own religion. The Byzantines and Arabs hoped to stop the raids of the Khazars by converting them and later make them allies through shared faith. But the king, may his soul be bound up in the bundle of life, standard burial phrase for Jews, with the Lord, his highest power being wise, sent for a learned Israelite. The king searched, inquired, and investigated carefully and brought the sages together that they might argue about their respective religions. Each of them refuted, however, the arguments of his opponent so that they could not agree. When the king saw this, he said to them, "Go home, but return to me on the third day." On the third day he called all the sages together and said to them, "Speak and argue with one another and make clear to me which is the best religion." They began to dispute with one another without arriving at any results until the king said to the Christian priests, "What do you think of the religion of the Jews and the Muslims? Which is to be preferred?" The priests answered, "The religion of the Israelites is better than that of the Muslims." The king then asked the Qadi, "What do you say? Is the religion of the Israelites or that of the Christians preferable?" The Qadi answered, "The religion of the Israelites is preferable." Upon this, the king said, "If this is so, You both have admitted with your own mouths that the religion of the Israelites is better. Wherefore, trusting in the mercies of the highest power of the power of the Almighty, I choose the religion of Israel. That is, the religion of Abraham. If that highest power in whom I trust, and in the shadow of whose wings and I find refuge, will aid me, he can give me without labor the money, the gold, and the silver which you have promised me. As for you all, go now in peace to your land. From that time on, the Almighty helped Bulan, fortified him, and strengthened him. He circumcised himself, his servants, attendants, and all his people. Arabic sources say the royal family and nobility became Jews, but most of the commoners did not. Then Bulan sent for and brought from all places wise men of Israel who interpreted the Torah for him and arranged the precepts in order. And up to this very day we have been subject to this religion. May the Most High's name be blessed, and may his remembrance be exalted forever. Since that day when my fathers entered into this religion, the Most High power of Israel has humbled all of their enemies, subjecting every folk and tongue round about them, whether Christian, Muslim, or pagan. No one has been able to stand before them to this day, about 960. All of them are tributary. But only about 10 years later, Joseph was defeated by Vyacheslav I of Kiev, 969. After the days of Bulan, there arose one of his descendants, a king Obadiah by name. The name means the Most High's servant, who recognized the kingdom and established the Jewish religion properly and correctly. He built synagogues and yeshivot, brought in Jewish scholars, and rewarded them with gold and silver. The Jewish scholars could have come from Baghdad and Constantinople. They explained to him the Bible, Mishnah, Talmud, and the order of divine services. The king was a man who revered and loved the Torah. He was one of the true servants of the Most High. May the divine spirit give him rest. He was succeeded by Hezekiah, his son. Next to him was Manasseh, his son. Next to him was Hanukkah, the brother of Obadiah. Next, Isaac, his son. Afterwards, his son Zebulun. Then his son Moses. Then his son Nisi. Then his son Aaron. Then his son Menahem. Then his son Benjamin. Then Aaron the second. And I, Joseph, the son of Aaron the king, am king, the son of a king, and the descendant of kings. No stranger can occupy the throne of my ancestors. The son succeeds the father. This has been our custom and the custom of our forefathers since they have come into existence. May it be the gracious will of him who appoints all kings that the throne of my kingdom shall endure to all eternity. Okay, now I'm trying to figure out about Bulan here. It's getting kind of long. I didn't realize it was that long. Let me go up here to remember where I'm at. Go up here to Bulan. The generations passed until a king arose whose name was Bulan. Okay. So they clearly told you their descendancy is Khazarian, and they're talking about Turkish people and Turkish royalty, which they keep up with their fathers so that they can maintain the throne. Okay, so that part is obvious. Now, let's go down. Let me finish this. You have also asked me about the affairs of my country and the extent of my empire. I wish to inform you that I dwell by the banks of the river known as the Atil Volga. At the mouth of the river lies the Caspian Sea. The headwaters of the river turn eastward, a journey of 4 months' distance. Alongside the river dwell many tribes and cities and towns in open as well as fortified cities. Bear in mind that I dwell at the delta of the Itil, and by the Most High's help, I guard the mouth of the river and do not permit the Rus who come in ships to enter into the Caspian so as to get at the Muslims. Dang, they use some slang, get at the Muslims. Nor do I allow any of the Muslims' enemies who come by land to penetrate as far as Durban. Durban, an Arab city, was the gate through which the nomads of Eastern and Southern Europe hoped to rush through and raid the rich towns of Asia Minor. I have to wage war with them, for if I would give them any chance at all, they would lay waste the whole land of the Muslims as far as Baghdad. You have also asked me about the place where I live. I wish to inform you that by the grace of the highest power, I dwell alongside this river on which there are situated 3 capital cities. The Queen dwells in one of them. It is my birthplace. It is quite large, built round like a circle, the diameter of which is 50 parasangs. The king lived in an island in the Volga. There were also towns on both banks. Jews, Christians, and Muslims live in the second city. Besides these, there are many slaves of all nations in it. It is of medium size, 8 square parasangs in length and breadth. In the third, I reside with my princes, officers, servants, cupbearers, and those who are close to me. It is round in shape, and its diameter is 3 parasangs. The river flows within its walls. This is my residence during the winter, from the month of I'm gonna call that Abib. In the month of Abib, that's from March to April. On we leave the city, and each one goes forth to his vineyards, fields, and to his work. Another biblical reference: there were no vineyards in that area. You mentioned in your letter that you yearn to see my face. I also would very much like to see your pleasant countenance and the rare beauty of your wisdom and greatness. Would that it were according to your word, if it were granted me to be associated with you and to behold your honored, charming, and pleasant countenance, then you would be as my father, and I as your son. According to your command, would all my people be ruled, and according to your order and discreet counsel would I conduct all my affairs farewell. Khazars in Spain. At least one Khazar rabbinical students appear to have studied in Spain. Abraham Ibn David of Toledo, in his book of Traditions, 1161, writes, "You will find the communities of Israel spread abroad as far as Dalam and the river Itil, where live Khazar peoples who became proselytes. The Khazar king Joseph sent a letter to Hasdai ibn Shaprut and informed him that he and all his people followed the rabbinical faith. We have seen descendants of the Khazars in Toledo, students of the wise, and they have told us that the remnant of them is of the rabbinical belief." So as you can see, the Turkish boys are Khazarian proselytes to the Judean way of life, and I mean this is echoed everywhere. The royal family of Britain have imagined that they're Israelites because of these things. You know what I'm saying? Because they're proselytes since they were converted to Judaism, they have forgotten that they are not bloodline Israelites. And then they tried to trace their lineage back to David.
And them ones in Spain are the Sephardic.
Mm-hmm. Sepharad. Absolutely. So they had real Israelites all up and through everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that communication was about. He was like, I heard a rumor that there's a kingdom of Judah called El Khazar. Is that true? He said, well, yeah and no. We're proselytes. That's what he said.
Hey, you know, I was just thinking about and I went and looked it up as I did it, because I was thinking about how, you know, the brother was like, oh, he just now messaged me again. Was like, I've been looking through these verses, and I was like, man, they're all there. I was like, try Genesis 1:1 in the Hebrew, and I was thinking of what word they would use in Hebrew for John chapter 1, and the first thing that came to my mind is the bar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I looked it up. John chapter 1 says, Bereshit, in the beginning, Hayah existed, Ha Dabar, the word. So just thought that was interesting.
I know that's right. That was one of my favorite names when it's you know what I'm saying? Because I had never changed my name because I wasn't in the class long enough. You know what I'm saying? I only went to like 10 classes. So they said, so this girl was getting at me later on, probably about 2 years later, and she was like, why don't you change your name? Change your name to Hebrew. And she was a daughter of a Mason. So nowadays I find that kind of fishy. But I do appreciate my name though that I chose.
Yeah, and you just had it in Yiddish.
Yeah.
And Chet the bar is like with Amar and Dabar, they can be interchangeable. Amar is like if you're like just like he said or like he says or you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like Dabar is like speech or word.
Right. Right. See, let me see. My for some reason I had an affinity for Logan Wolverine. So once I stopped being a gangster, I changed my name to Logan. And then somebody told me down the line, hey man, Logan, you know the real history of Logan is he's the inventor of the water well. Water well. So I had a few Bible verses in my head when I was a Satanist. I said, dang, that kind of sounded like something that happened in the Bible or something. So of course it didn't. But then when I read the Bible for the first time, uh, uh, I heard the Heavenly Father tell me that your name won't be Logan anymore. It's gonna be, I mean, you know what I'm saying, your name won't be Logan or your real name anymore. It's gonna be Word. So I changed my name to Word. So then when I learned my nationality, I changed it to the Hebrew or the Yiddish. Well, no, I had it the Hebrew first, and then I got tired of people calling it the bar, but that is the correct pronunciation. But I thought it was pronounced Devar because of the Yiddish. So I changed it to Devar.
Right, right. Hey, another thing I think is interesting too in this John 1:1 is I wonder if these Khazars know what they're actually writing when they write this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because it says Bereshit, which is in the beginning, right? Uh, Haya existed. Ha Dabar, the word. Ha Dabar, which or wa is and. Ha the word. Haya existed. At, that's the all through the top, right? Now
Mm-hmm.
we talking about that's Mashiach. That's why I was like, I wonder if they know what they're writing. And then it says Ha Alahim. So and the word was the powers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But I think it's interesting there that they put that right before it. Ha Elohim. That doesn't necessarily say that uh, he is God. You know what I'm saying? And the
Mm-hmm.
word, let's see, because it says in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. It says Uhua, let's see, Uhua Hadabar Haya Alhim. Yeah, I just think that's interesting though.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, one more thing. I knew if they was right when they did that, when they put that in there. You know what I mean? It's kind of like he left that there. He like had them do that for our understanding.
Exactly. I gotta take a break. Be right back.
Shalom Maratazah.
Shalom, Amaziah.
Yeah, we was going over a second ago. I don't know if you heard or not. I seen you came in and came out, but I was talking about that um, confessions of ancient confessions or something like that.
Uh-huh.
About how the Romans said they made up Jesus and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I heard y'all talking about it, but I had got a call real fast and had to jump off. But
Yeah,
yeah,
remember
I
I was
don't.
telling you about it last night.
Yeah, you talking about Ben Lawyer?
No, not him. What you talking about? It's a dude, Joseph Atwill. You can hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh yeah, it's a dude named Joseph Atwill. Then there's another book called Caesar's Messiah. I wanted to give y'all some different breakdowns of understanding too, like you know, real easy information to look up about the EU. But I got notes on it so y'all can see it.
Kind.
Cause I know I gave you that website, that two-letterlookup.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real helpful tool to use when breaking stuff down. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up my notes right quick so you can see something.
Okay.
Let's see. Sentence structure is really easy too. Once you start breaking down the words and the verses, you'll start to notice other words and stuff like that that you'll remember. Let's see. Let me screenshot right quick.
Remind me to get into these big dummies that are organizing these boycotts nationwide.
Talking about like those what kind of boycotts?
Talking about the blackout when they're gonna take their money out the banks and not shop at these corporations.
Absolutely.
And man, I see what's the name? Garfield tried to he posted on Facebook one time about like we should pick a day not to go shopping and stuff like that. And I'm like, bro, like we already do that. It's Saturday, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
was like, if
Kind.
everybody would get together and just follow the Sabbath day, regardless if y'all Israelites or not, we already do it. So you know they would really feel that shit.
Yep.
My friend was like, they would probably just have sales Saturday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you right here. Okay, so anytime you see the wah by itself, right, when it's not in the midst of a word, like say, you'll see a lot at the beginning of a sentence, right? Especially in the Bible. The Bible starts off, like in English, we don't use and at the beginning of a sentence. You know what I mean?
Con.
But the scriptures use and at the beginning of a lot of sentences. Anytime you see the wah, it's an and or a but. Anytime you see a ba preceding a word, it means in, on, with, or by, right? So like in the beginning, right? It's Rasha is actually the word for beginning, but it says be rosh and then yat. So that ba is the means in or like inside of something, the house or the enclosure, right? And then the hey is it just means like the. Anytime you see hey at the beginning of something, like I'll give y'all some examples too. Let's see here. Let's go back to this is a good one. It says ha the bar in it. Okay. So right here you see the ba and then Rashid. Right. They try to make it all one word though with the with that Yiddish pronunciation shit. But then when you got Haya, which is exist, and then right here you have Ha the bar. So it's the word, right? Um, just so like I know before I started learning this stuff like this, I would be trying to look up words and I would type in ha the bar as one word and be having trouble finding out what the hell the word meant. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Con.
If you have a ka at the beginning of something, it's like or as, like where it says his hair was white like snow. Like snow is ka shalag, right? And galesh, if you read that word backwards, that word snow backwards, it has to do with nappy hair. Anytime you see the lamed, the lamed, of course, is a shepherd staff, so it's two or four. So when you think of the shepherd staff, you can think of like going towards something or to something. You know what I mean?
Con.
Because you think of like the shepherd staff is like a leader. You know what I mean? Uh, the mem, it means from. Like when he says, uh, "I'm your God from the land of Egypt," in that Hosea 12:9, like they try to use against us, it'll say, "Ma aretz," right? Let me pull that up right quick, matter of fact, just to give y'all an example.
I'm your God born in the land of Egypt.
Yeah, I was like, dude, are you serious? I was gonna do a whole breakdown on that
Simple
called "From
minded.
from the Land of Egypt for Dummies." You know what I'm saying? Like, because Garfield said that shit on Sarnetta, man, and I was like, I was wanting to go in on it, and everybody's like, "Oh man, he killed y'all. He killed," you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, whatever, man. You know what I mean? They don't ever want to address the things that they say. They want to get on there and start asking us all kind of questions all fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But right here, actually, and this is gonna go into some other stuff too. I'm gonna point some things out to y'all, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this right quick. Because it's got some, you can find this stuff all throughout the scriptures. But shin turns a verb into a person who does it. Im is masculine plural. And like Elohim, you know what I mean? It's masculine plural. Ut is feminine plural, right? Or what, like the wa and the ta, or however you want to say that. But the ka, this is a final ka. At the end of a word is you or your. Like your hand would be yod, and then ka. Or like your arm would be like yod or yod ka. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Uh, nu is we, us, our. Like I said Abanawa.
Uh-huh.
You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Our Father. You know what I'm saying?
Our Father. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see here. So right here it says wa and anaki, I. Anaki is I. Right? So wa anaki and I, Yahuwah, Al High Ka, your God. You know what I'm saying? Al High Ka, because I was like, what is that Elahik or Allahik? I couldn't figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And I had to holler at the Ak, man, ask him what is that cough at the end of there for? You know what I'm saying? Yizu Shatifa.
You're right.
Yeah. And then right here, Ma'aretz. Ma from and Eretz or Ratazah right here is not specifically talking about earth, but the land. So Ma'aretz. Anytime you see the again the mem at the beginning of Ratazah here, it's dealing with coming from.
The
You know what
water.
I'm saying? Yeah. And then Mitzrayim, I, Ushi,
Like the land came from the water.
Yeah, exactly. Ushibka, Baha Elohim, Kayami, Muad, right? So, and I that am the Lord thy God from the land of Egypt, will yet make thee to dwell in tabernacles as in the days of the solemn feast. And days of solemn feast, they use that word Moed, or Moad, which is the Khan. Good memory right there, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
You done with that?
Go ahead.
Okay.
What you about to say?
I'm about to go in on what you said about we already have a day chosen to not spend money at all. So that would satisfy the boycott conditions without waging war, because declaring a boycott is an act of war, which will be retributed. You know what I'm saying? It's going to cause an equal reaction from them, and they got just as money as us. Oh, they got more money than us. See what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like for example, in my business, I serve nothing but white people. You know what I'm saying? So they spending all the money because they hoard all the money and the jobs. You know what I'm saying?
God.
So once you declare a boycott, then they're gonna say, okay, well, we're just not gonna spend with anybody that we notice to be black. And who gonna win that war?
I mean, it's not a lot of like let's say I don't think there's not enough like I mean like your case in particular, yeah, but I wouldn't say that there's enough black businesses to where it would really have effect like that. Because we're talking about big corporations and things like that. You know what I mean? I don't think they would be smart enough to react like that unless they were gonna just destroy black businesses, which is what they've been doing.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
But it's not a concerted effort. It's not a concentrated mentality in their community to ignore black businesses. So they basically right now they just go by, if anybody gives me good service at a good price, then I'll deal with them. But once you wage a boycott, they're purposely gonna boycott black businesses. Even the normal white people will do that, because they just go with whatever their emotions tell them. They say, "Oh man, you want to do that to us? We'll see about that, and we'll do it too." They're dumb.
I know y'all probably gonna get tired of me, but I'm feeling it right now, and I feel like it gotta be addressed. So, everybody, and don't get me wrong, I agree with it, but here's why I agree with it. Everybody is talking about having this economic shutdown, like don't buy nothing, don't do anything unless it's like, yo, basic necessities. Like you got to pay your rent. You got to pay your water bill, your electricity bill, because you're going to be in the house, right? You got to buy food, right? Everybody's talking about this. And I agree. I agree 100%, because we should put our money in our community. But here's where the Bible comes in on that. Guess what's a law in the Bible? Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. What does that include? Not buying and selling on the Sabbath. Guess when the Sabbath is? Every Saturday. Imagine. And y'all know the numbers and the statistics on how much the black dollar is. And that's just counting black people. You know, they said that we'll be like the second largest nation as far as the economy or something is concerned. I don't really know. I just remember, hearing people talk about it through videos and like reading a couple of things like that. Didn't really get into it because I know that we got to keep these commitments. So that's neither here or there. But that's just counting the black community. Imagine, because there's 12 tribes in the nation of Israel. That includes your blacks, all three of them, if you want to look at it that way. The ones here in America, the ones in the West Indies, and then like your Haitians, the blacks, and then your Hispanics. It's a whole bunch of different sections. I can't even think of them. Your Dominicans, your Puerto Ricans, your Mexicans, your Cubans, all of them, right? And then you got your Indians, so-called, or Native Americans, right? Like Reuben and all them, Seminole Indians, stuff like that. Imagine if we all kept the Sabbath every Saturday. Didn't buy or sell or nothing. Don't you think that would cripple this America's economy? But y'all want to just do it because y'all hurt. The Most High been saying this since He led us out of Egypt. Remember the Sabbath, keep it holy. But y'all want to do that. Y'all want to shop and go buy, Jimmy Choos and red bottoms and Giuseppe's and Gucci belts. Y'all people in these Gucci belts, I could not stand y'all. But literally, like, if y'all would remember the Sabbath and keep it holy, this whole economic shutdown that y'all been preaching and talking about would have occurred a long time ago. And this is why I said this is why we say keep these laws, man. Keep these laws. Y'all, because y'all lawless. Y'all want to keep these laws. Economic shutdown. The Most High, y'all think y'all know something. The Most High said, I know it all. He declared the end from the beginning and everything in between it. Like, y'all think y'all clever. Everything keep reverting back to that book y'all hate so much. And what do you say? Everybody that hate, I'm quoting and shooting from the hip. But everybody that, I want to say hate me, love death, or something like that, y'all must love dying, because the Most High said, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. And how do you do that? One of the ways is not buying and selling on the Sabbath. But y'all want to have an economic shutdown. The Most High been saying, don't do that. Every Saturday, don't you get them nothing. Don't spend no money with them. Don't break no bread with them, nothing. Remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. But, y'all think.
She made her point. Now, that includes not buying and selling, includes black businesses, includes Asian business, includes every business on earth. You see what I'm saying? So this is not an act of war. This is just following our laws, statutes, and commandments. You see what I'm saying? So they can't single us out and say, oh, they're purposely not spending with us. You see what I'm saying? And then return the favor by not spending with us. See what I'm saying? So man, these people. So Garfield figured out that they need one day to not spend money. Finally figured it out after all these years of us telling them. And we do that already. If Israelites don't do that, it's probably few and far between who do spend money on the Sabbath. That's crazy if they do. But I'm probably pretty sure that probably 99% of all Israelites don't spend money on the Sabbath at all.
Hey,
Yeah.
And you know, that was some good information the senior airwoman gave us. You know what I'm saying?
The what?
Senior airwoman.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that was the
Yeah, I was
sister.
about to ask about that.
That was
Yeah,
the sister.
she's sitting there.
The mom
She's
right
sitting
there.
there in a satanic uniform,
Yeah,
talking
talking about
about.
they love death.
That was the sister of mine, though, right?
You got on death. Your garment is death.
Hey, that was the sister, though, right? Amon.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but you know, IUIC teaches that.
Yeah, that
You know
you
what I'm
can
saying?
join Satan
Like,
and
yeah,
integrate with
bro.
Satan.
Like, they actually, Nate 7 teaches, cause you know he's a cop and he just trying to save his own ass. And I had a radio show where the brother was talking about it, how he teaches that, and was trying to expose some of the doctrine that they be teaching about that. But you know, Isaiah, let's see, Isaiah 13 and 15. It says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword.
Guaranteed, if you're in the military.
Yeah. So sister got to come out of that.
Absolutely. ASAP.
He
So
said he got death on
she
his back.
found out
That's right.
that putting our money together would cause, if we were an actual functioning government, one nation, that we would be the second country of in as far as GDP, which is gross domestic product, which is the income that a country generates through its business practices. So now, the United States is number one, $17 trillion, $17.9 trillion. Europe, the European Union is number two. We'll be, if Israelites got together and we could wake up all of them, which is, I don't see how that's gonna happen. But if we could wake up all of them, we would be number two. But in actuality, in real life, based on our inheritance that we're going to receive once we become a functioning government, man, every last one of these GDPs combined, all 198 countries or whatever it is. How many countries is it? 198, 209, something like that. I can't remember. But we'll all of them combined, we will have, our GDP would be all of them combined.
Hey, y'all want to know what's crazy? My bad, man. This is off topic.
Go ahead.
But General Yana got 317 views right now.
You got what?
317 views.
What that mean?
I just thought that was wild, man.
You thought it'd be way more?
Huh?
You thought it'd be more?
No, I think it's a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually think it's a lot, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Polite wasn't lying though. He really did help them brothers out. Because if you go back and look at their other videos and junk, there'll be like maybe like a few hundred, maybe like 1,000. We're kind of like Polite. It should be hopping up to 15, 20,000, 30,000.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, damn. But now, man, look.
Know the people want to hear them lies. He tell every day,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then he, you know what I'm saying, he dressed a certain way, and which our traditional gear is ridiculed. You know what I'm saying, and also he always be in different locations, and people
Yeah.
want to see that too. General Hunter still at his same desk with that menorah and that shofar in the same traditional gear. You know what I'm saying? So that's
What's the name? And
that's
then
why he can't get
Polite
no.
switched his style up.
Yeah.
like we was talking about the other night. He switched his style up. The
Yeah.
Israelites, they you know, we still keep our garments on. Uh, yeah, back to what you were saying about the GDP and stuff like that. Like that's another. You know, when you start hitting the white man's pockets, man, that's what really gets their attention. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's either we gonna and you know, I'm not saying we're gonna do. I'm not saying me personally. I don't need to shop for a damn thing. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So you know, but and I'm not saying I'm gonna do nothing. But what I'm saying is, it's either you gonna crack them over the head physically, or you gonna crack them in their pockets.
Well,
You know what I'm
The
saying?
Sabbath includes every business on earth. So that way, you know, you're not declaring war. You're following your law, statutes, and commandments.
Right.
And
I'm just saying though, like that.
that way
What gets the white
they
man's
don't return
attention?
the favor.
What gets the white man's attention is that money, man. And losing that money is you know, that's another. I think the money thing is really what's gonna kick off the martial law and the FEMA camps and depopulation and shit like that.
Exactly. And that's why they shouldn't be boycotting that way. That's just retardation. They're causing their own demise. But then once they retaliate with their boycott of their own, it's just all it's doing is mirroring the Jewish situation back in the day with Hitler and the war. The
Yeah,
Jewishers
it is. Yep.
boycotted the Germans, and then the Germans returned the favor. Said we're gonna
Yep.
boycott the Jewishers, and they would spray paint the Jewishers' places and all that stuff, and break their windows and to their businesses and all that stuff. And then they just finally rounded up all the Jewishers.
Yeah, because the Khazars declared a financial war on Germany in 1918 and used the swastika. And they well damn, I just slipped my mind. But yeah, they caused a lot of banks to financially collapse in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And
Yep.
then the Germans took it upon themselves to get rid of them. They expelled them. The hoax part is where they made it look like they
They were
purposely
dying.
killed all of them. But what happened? They rounded them up, put them in lush FEMA pre-FEMA camps, and doggone gave them whatever they needed until they could send them to a land of their own, so they could stop ruining their economy. And then during that time, thousands of them died from
But is it?
cholera.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that a lot on. They was trying to help a lot on because a lot on had typhus or you know what I mean stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was you know what I mean, and they used that to say that they were gassing them.
Yeah. So these sleep people around here following that exact same situation, exact same scenario to the letter, and they're being programmed to do so. You see what I'm saying? Being programmed to do so.
But the difference is they ain't gonna get us and put us in our own land.
What they gonna do?
They're gonna chip you, and if you refuse to chip, they're probably gonna behead you, or you know you're gonna be put to death in one way or the other.
Oh well, that's a good job. Then I just gonna have to get put to death.
As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I'm trying to get some scriptures right now. Devon, can you look that up for me? Because it's in the Obamacare bill that every American citizen will have to be chipped by 2017.
Mm.
Okay.
Yep. So it's all by design. That's why I say they going along with the plan, which is you know being led to the slaughter instead of looking in-house first and trying to come together and unify and really come up with a plan according to the scriptures. You know.
Yeah.
I was reading
But
through.
no, they wanna listen to Garfield and say the Bible don't tell you how to deal with these situations.
Yeah, remember he tried to. Was you on there? It was. I think it was Aratas. I was on there talking about. Oh, brother, do you look up the FEMA camps? And I forget what he called it, but he called it something. And I was like, what is that? And he's like, the plan for the FEMA camps and this and that. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, I think you should just stop dealing with all this other stuff and just deal with the Bible. I was like, bro, that's in the Bible. And them niggas thought that shit was funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, nigga, it says the devil shall throw you into prison for 10 days. Who's throwing people into prison?
The devil.
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it Israelites throwing people into prison? You know what I mean?
Sleep Israelites.
Yeah. Coon ass niggas.
Mm-hmm.
But they
Graham
ain't the
crackers.
power. You know what I mean? They working for the devil.
Yeah. And then, you know, it's funny how she was in like her military guard, but she was trying to speak biblically, and you know what I mean, trying to, man, if that's why I said it's all about design, because they wouldn't allow her to do that. She got on her total uniform like she
Yeah, but
ready for war.
well, she's awake to being an Israelite, but you know we don't exactly know. Maybe she woke up while she was already in there. She's still under contract. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind.
But you can leave anytime you want to, though.
But hold on, man. No, man. I mean, like I told you before, man. I'm in the army right now, man. I woke up while I was in the army. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
You
keep it
can't
real
leave.
with y'all. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. So when I first woke up, man, I was like, man, what am I doing in the army? You know what I'm saying? And I went, because I was stationed up in New Jersey at the time. So I went up to New York to go find some brothers up there teaching to see what they thought. And I ran to that dude Zabak. I don't know if y'all know Zabak.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? I talked to him, man, for about an hour, man. You know, just telling me, you know, watching some videos, saw you at the teaching. I told him my situation. And he didn't tell me to stay in or get out, but he kind of gave me some good advice. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I went home and thought about it. And then I started looking around my formations and who I was working with, brother. It's Israelites all up in the army.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I was able to, you know, turn a couple brothers to the truth. You know what I'm saying? Seeing different things, seeing how this world works, seeing how military structure is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So just because somebody's wearing a uniform, you know what I'm saying, don't mean they're an agent. Now, I know that's coming from you.
It ain't the
No, we
fact.
ain't saying that.
Hold on, let me respond to that. It ain't
Yeah.
the fact that the individual is wicked. Is that the teacher allows them to, and see, you don't even have a teacher to tell you to get out, but the teacher allows them to get into the military, which is Satan's army.
Oh, no. Yeah,
It's
I
not the
wouldn't
army of
join.
God.
Yeah. Now, I wouldn't have
They're
joined.
gonna die. They're gonna die because they're gonna get deployed straight to to come in. The what's them boys' name? The guys that come in for domestic domestic disputes, to stop domestic disputes, like the people
What, the National Guard or something?
yeah, National Guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna send in the National Guard whenever these people riot and do all this madness and start their race war. They're gonna send in the National Guard. National Guard, there's gonna be a lot of people dying in that National Guard. Man, them white people ain't playing no games. The NRA ain't playing no games, and they all ex-military too, and they got colonels and fucking everybody else on their team.
Yeah, man. These white folks down here, man, they ready to go to war, son. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I always think about the scriptures when you know, any life situations occurring. You know, Paul was in the military, wasn't he? But when he came to the truth, he immediately he left it. You know what I mean? It wasn't
No,
no
he
should
wasn't
I?
in the military. He was just acting militaristically. You know what I'm saying?
But to co-sign that, him stopping all satanic activity is just an act of faith. You know what I'm saying? You might say to yourself, man, I don't know how I'm gonna make money. You know what I'm saying? This is my bread and butter. This is what's taking care of my family. She thinking the same thing. And Nate said, no, it's all right. It's fine. The military is for us. Okay? But it do say that the government is a terror to the wicked and not to the righteous. But this ain't the government. This ain't the government. I don't believe this the government. You know what I'm saying?
He teaches that they'll be protected
Yeah.
in the military, like that, you know, and like we just read in Isaiah 13 and 15, he that is joined unto them shall be thrust through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean,
So like,
I feel like when they go to pushing that chip, the people in the military will be in some of the first ones that they chip.
but not actually, the people in the military ain't gonna be with that shit, bro, and they already know that. So my bad, Line Bear, but just dig what I'm saying right here, right? Like a lot of these plans that we talk about, and it's like the brothers talking about. There's good brothers in there, man. I was in there. You know what I'm saying? So like they already know about 90% of the military is not gonna go against the United States citizens, and that's why they have Russian foreign troops in place already in America, walking around with us that we don't even know about. You got ISIS, which was started by Israel over here, and you got these drones. You know what I mean? They're gonna be trying to take out the military people with drones and shit like that.
you know, so I talk to people, man. I talked to somebody and they told me, no matter what you do over here, you in their system. You could be working at McDonald's, you in their system. You could be working at a bank, you working in their system. Whatever you're doing, you're working in their system. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it, but it's a good point. You know what I'm saying? The fact is, man, this captivity, it's gonna be brothers and sisters in the military that wake up in the military and they ain't gonna get out. Not because they love the country like that, nothing like that, but it really don't. I don't know if that's the them just getting out is gonna do anything. If that makes any sense, just getting out the next day or whatever. Right? You know, I don't know.
I like to think in extremes, right? If everybody at the same time form the nation, which means separating from their system and forming your own system in commerces and military, you know what I'm saying? Then what I'm trying to get at? You see what I'm trying to say?
Everybody left at one time.
Yeah, just like the Sabbath thing. You know, I've been saying that for a while. Just keep the Sabbath, man. Talking about these boycotts. Old girl put it out. I mean, I've been thinking that for the longest time. So yeah, it's kind of like the same line of thought. Everybody just say I ain't doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? And then that could be a problem for this place. But we'll see how it play out, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see how it play out. But I mean, a lot of times I don't even tell brothers I'm in the army because they might start looking at you funny, not realizing that, you know what I'm saying, it ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? And I hear a lot of stories about the army or military in general that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Just literally like, dude, they ain't shit. Like one dude told me last week, I was talking to one of the GMS camps. He was telling me that he met some dude that already got chipped. Some dude in the army came up and said he got chipped. I'm like, man, that dude ain't got no damn chip. Man, they ain't chipping nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, they've been chipping people since the late '90s, bro.
chipping who?
Anybody that needs it. They got them in Switzerland.
No.
They've been chipping the Mexican police. All got chipped. Like the whole police force in Mexico has chips. You know
He's
what I mean?
telling me that they're getting chips in basic. They go to basic training and get a chip in them right now, bro.
I don't know about that, but
I'm like, bro, calm down. I don't think they're doing that like that, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I'm saying? People hear things and then don't really truly verify it all the way.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they sensationalize it.
They've been chipping animals. It's been in small waves though, not like that does sound kind of far out there. Like, oh, all the basic trainees getting chips now. But it's been in small ways in different countries.
These Walmart shutdowns, which are going to be locations to round up numbers of people to put them in an underground railroad to wherever they're going to ship them to the FEMA camps. They're going to ship them to the FEMA camps. At the Walmarts, the shutdown Walmarts, this is already verified that they have chipping machines, hundreds of chipping machines at the Walmarts.
Hey, let me ask you this question.
they got chip scanners at the Walmart in Virginia. They got ones like where you can go pay for your stuff with the chip already in there, and then they got the Obamacare like kiosks to set up your Obamacare, and it's got a chip reader on it.
Hey, so let me ask you this question, man. So back when Moses did his thing in Israel, in Egypt, you think they had Israelites that was in the Egyptian army fighting?
Yeah. Well, according to an extra biblical record, they recruited the Israelites, but they were completely separate. So
Nah,
they
but they had a choice, right? Like during the Passover when Moses
yeah,
came through.
they didn't have a choice.
No.
Had
What I'm
they
saying is that, oh, you saying they didn't have a choice to fight?
right. They had requested. They had told the Israelites they better come help them, and then the Israelites helped them and beat the brakes off of them because they were having a problem with the shepherd kings who were invading. So they came when the shepherd kings invaded. The Egyptians had a problem. So then they requested the Israelites help, and of course they better do it or they're gonna get slaughtered by the Egyptian army. So they went out to fight, beat the brakes off the shepherd kings, and the Egyptians abandoned them on the field. So the Israelites came back home, and every Egyptian they saw, it was like, oh, he's an Ishmaelite, he's an Edomite, kill him, knowing good and well that they were Egyptians because they abandoned the Israelites on the battlefield.
Okay. Well, I guess that just kills my point. I guess it kills my point.
I don't know about that.
Hey, and I got it. Like, if you in the military when when World War III break out, will you have an option not to go?
Yeah, you got an option. It's called conscientious objector. I can't think of how to say that first word, but basically you just say you object based on the fact that you don't, it is what it is. You know, you come up with a
But
reason.
won't you be in prison?
Nah, that's actual clause in it. You know what I'm saying? Where you can not go.
Nah,
I'm sure, it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time. Now, like I said, I wouldn't encourage. Like, I got cousins and stuff. They look at me like I'm gonna be like him, and I want to join, but I don't encourage them to do nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? I don't encourage anybody to join. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's where we come in at and say, since you have come to this realization and getting to a level of maturity, since you don't encourage people to join, then we encourage you to leave. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn something else, learn how to get some other type of money, because they just going, you know what I'm saying? It's just the wrong army. It's Satan's army. This is the army that they putting together to fight against God's elect at the end times, which includes the United Nations. And they already parked all over the United States, ready to go. The Chinese are as well. They're parked in what's called free trade zones. They're called FTZs, and they own 50-mile square cities all over the United States. So you got the Russians, you got the Arab countries, and you got the Chinese. They ready to go. So once this war that the civil war they're trying to cause with the race war break out, then they're gonna come in and just now they got a reason to shoot people up, and they got a reason to lock people up in FEMA camps.
Yeah. I mean, I hear you, man. But I know, people in the army who teach on the corner. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know, man. The Most High woke me up while I was in the army, man. I had to look at it like that too. You know what I'm saying? But
sure. I mean, it's a hard process to try to get out of it and go and do something else when what I mean. You're not an expert. You're not an expert doggone. You know what I'm saying? Software developer. You know what I mean? That could just jump into some other line of work, a benign line of work.
I hear you, bro. I definitely hear you. But some of that stuff that I be hearing on YouTube be kind of wild, man. I be like, what? But you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not justifying, you know, nothing. But some of the claims I be hearing is kind of wild. Like I see videos on YouTube, and they'll show like a military convoy somewhere in Utah, and be like, look, about to start, you know, not realizing that the reservists, man, train and they go up and down the street, man, to get to their training area. That don't mean they about to go to war. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, y'all calm down, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like,
I'm in the military town, so I laugh at those
yeah.
noise too, man. You know?
Like I've been in convoys riding down the, you know, a normal street, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if half of the vehicles they be showing be like, it'd be like a supply company. You know, it don't even be no infantry, bro. It'd be like some people carrying water or something like that to go do some training for a weekend, and they'd be like, look, it's martial law. Take him. I'm
Yeah,
like, okay.
but they
But
do
I
got,
do.
like I said, they got the UN and the FTZs. You look that up, free trade zones. You'll see that they're already parked all over the United States everywhere. So, but this is a new thing that has just happened because they are ramping up their situation where they're keeping black people pissed off. They're they're calling for gun confiscation, which is making all the white people who have all the money raid the gun shops and sell out the guns. So now all the white people got all the guns while all the black people marching around with no guns in their hands, with their hands up. And just like the man with his hands up got shot, the black people with their hands up gonna get shot.
You know, man, I asked this dude, man, when I first found out the truth. I was talking to this one white guy, man, and we was having a conversation about certain things. I can't remember what was going on at that time, but it was something going on. And I asked him, I said, if they came out and told us to go line up because there's a riot or something going on in the streets, would you fire on Americans? He looked at me in my eyes, said yes. Like he was straight up like yes. So I know they out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
a lot of them feel like that too because they,
Yeah.
you know, they follow orders. They not, you know, they don't think on their own. They just follow orders. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's a
yeah.
lot of
And
people in the
during
military like that.
that's right. And during Bush Jr. administration, he put out a survey to the whole armed forces and said who would fire on Americans that were causing problems. And 75% of the military said they would not fire on Americans. So they systematically removed all of them.
Yeah, I believe it.
And then I also look at, you know, they having these international training exercises for guerrilla warfare, like urban warfare, you know what I mean, and stuff like that on American territory. That's something that's illegal, you know what I mean? And if you when you look at the big picture, you can literally see it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I see stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm not blind. Like I said, I see stuff. Um, I just don't. Some of the things I look at on YouTube, I just gave you a couple examples. Of I'm like, man, that's crazy right there. That's definitely not happening. Like, I don't think they chipping normal soldiers. When I say like a guy that's coming through basic training, if they chipping them, they ain't telling them. Uh, if I got a chip in me, they ain't telling me. So I don't think the Most High gonna get at me, because I joined the army back in the '90s, and now somebody done snuck a chip up in me. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a choice, right? As far as that goes.
They can do it through vaccines though.
If they chip me, I don't know it, bro.
You can always go to a hospital and ask if they have a RFID scanner and see if they can scan you and see if you got one.
If I went to that thing and found a chip in me, man, it'd be a bad day in America, bro. Straight up and down, bro. Straight up and down.
You ain't got no chip, King.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if I did, they say, yes, sir, you got two of them, but I'll lose it.
Yeah, so what we're saying is going to be a systematic shipping based on the chaos that they're causing. So they're going to round people up. You know, they're going to kill everybody in the street that think they tough. They're going to kill all them. But the people in the FEMA camps, before you even get to a FEMA camp, they're going to offer you the chip. I'm gonna turn it down. So go ahead and send me to the guillotine right now.
Why you think you're gonna be in a FEMA camp, bro?
Cause I'm not dumb. I'm not a terror. I'm a weak that know the Bible.
I know, but you. Well, I ain't gonna talk about that online. But don't just
Now,
go.
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you.
Just don't
The
go to no
Bible
FEMA
say
camp.
Gather
Brown.
the weed in my barns.
I'm gonna send the reapers into the field. I'm gonna chop down the tares first, and then I'm gonna bind them up to be burned, and then I'm gonna go in and chop down the wheat and put them in my barn. So that's what's going on. These people that out in the street gonna get burned, and the people in the barn is gonna be in the barn, and then they're gonna ask you, would you like to get this chip? Everybody's gonna be like, yeah. There's no money. The money is you know what I'm saying? During the Civil War, the money's gonna be destroyed. You see what I'm saying? Milk gonna cost $25. So you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna go to the FEMA camps. The non-combatants are gonna go to the FEMA camps, and then they're gonna say, take this chip or else. I'm gonna say no, thank you. They're gonna take me and do whatever they're gonna do. I'm not worried about it at all. The book say don't take it at all, but then it says it's gonna force you to take it, small and great. So I'll probably be strapped down, forced to take it. So that's my act of faith right there, that I did not purposely take it.
I wanted to pull a scripture right quick about that as well. Cause and what's crazy is I seen a video. I was looking up Walmart videos or whatever, and it was at the end it was basically a self-proclaimed prophetess, aka consulter of familiar spirits, white woman. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But she was basically trying to say that they're gonna basically when all like say if the economy crashes, right? They're gonna be like, oh well, you know, you can head to your local Walmart center and we'll have all these supplies and the supplies you need, right? So when you get there, they'll have the supplies and shit like that, but they'll be like, oh well, you got to take the chip if you want to get it, and if you don't want to, because you know people think that you know we shop in Walmart all the time, you know what I mean? So it's like a place that we trust. So they're gonna use that Walmart to lock you up in there. Is basically what she was trying to say. If you don't get that chip. But Revelation 2:10 says, "Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna be putting people to death in them FEMA camps. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And out on the street.
Right. It's gonna be worse on the street because it's gonna be curfews and things like that enacted. You know, and then if you don't have a chip, they're gonna be hunting you down. And if you got the chip, then you're gonna be getting plagues. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm
Yeah.
not going to no FEMA camp, fellas. I'm not going to no FEMA camp, man. You know what I'm saying?
Show them the barn.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm not going either.
I ain't going, bro.
I'm not going to the
what are y'all
FEMA
gonna
camp.
do?
Bro, listen. From what you saying, they're gonna take me in there, offer me a chip, and then if I don't take the chip, they're gonna kill me. So why don't I just get it over with, man? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna fight, bro, until I ain't gotta go out into the streets and fight, but I'm gonna be up in my crib or whatever, doing what I gotta do. And I'm not going to no
You're
FEMA
gonna
camp,
hold
man.
off 3 tanks, 3 MRADs.
They're gonna have to pull one off then, man. They're gonna have to yank one off and put it in my house. I'm not going to no FEMA camp though. Come on, bro.
Bro, the thing is though, we're not supposed to be fighting until the Most High makes us mighty men, as stated in let's see.
Go to the tears first. Go to the tears first. Tears and weep.
I'll be thinking the same thing, man. Like, nigga, I can take out a few of them niggas, man. If I get a hold of an M4 or something, I can take out a few of them niggas. But we ain't supposed to be doing that shit, man.
Look, I ain't saying I'm gonna take out nobody. I'm just saying I ain't going to no FEMA camp.
You said you gonna fight, so I mean,
I'm
in
not,
order to, if you gonna fight, then you gonna have to knock them niggas off, bro. You gonna have to
I'm not going
have
no.
refrigerator. You gonna have to push your refrigerator in front of your door.
I'm not letting my kids. I'm not letting my kids, bro, go to no FEMA camp, bro. This is not happening, bro. I'll tell you,
I feel you, bro. I got 3 itty bitty babies, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Okay, so what we're explaining about the FEMA camps is that it parallels the Holocaust hoax of the Third Reich. Okay, now when they rounded up the Jewishers and put them in the pre-FEMA camps, they had everything they needed. They had tennis courts, swimming pools. They had choirs and bands. You know what I'm saying? And string quartets. I mean string bands. You know what I'm saying? They was in there living. The men and women were together, living together and eating together in the mess halls and stuff like that. All that stuff, all what you learned about the pre-FEMA camps is not true. And so they died by mistake, and then spent that into a propaganda saying that they killed every last one of them. When only a few thousand of them died because of sickness, because they got bombed, and the water supplies and the food supplies couldn't reach the FEMA camps. So
And
they
the
learned from that mistake, and that's probably not gonna happen this time.
and the testing they was doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they just gonna be straight offing niggas, bro. In there. You know what I'm saying?
I think they just going.
They said Congress.
I think they're going to off people who rebel in the FEMA camps and say, "Why you got us locked up for fucking 10 years for no fucking reason?" Take them out there. Take them out back.
Like they
Go ahead and read
they
that.
got like, was it 30,000 guillotines they bought?
Yeah. For rebellious people. You're already in slavery, so you all right? Go ahead. Read that first.
This is Matthew 13:24, and this is also my what I use to explain where the white people came from as well, right? It says, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. Okay, so an enemy came and sowed tares. But so basically, this is about the kingdom of heaven, right? And it's about a man which sowed good seed in his field. That's Yahushua. Okay, so Matthew 13:25. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, An enemy hath done this. The servant said unto him, Wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, Nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye also root up the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of harvest I will say to the reapers, Gather ye together first the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
Hold on a second. But he said unto him, Nay, lest that while you gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. So when you fighting, you barricaded in your house and you fighting, you're gonna be shooting sleep Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So you taking up the wheat with them. So you're gonna gather up the tares first. You know what I'm saying? The reapers in the field are the other the nations that have as much power as the United States to come in and give them their judgment that long overdue. All right, go ahead.
That's the end of the parable.
Okay, so you're gonna gather up the tares first, bind them in bundles to be burned, burn them, but gather up the wheat and put them in my barn. So that's what's gonna happen.
Another thing I wanted to point out too, man, is that this book is only talking to a very, very, very few specific people, even amongst Israelites, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in Zephaniah 2 and 3, right? It says, Seek ye Yahuwah, all the meek of the earth, that have kept his ordinances. Seek righteousness, seek meekness.
it may be you will be hid in the day of Yahuwah's anger. Okay, so he's telling us, and then when we go up here, we can kind of see in Zephaniah 1 and 16. You know, I like to use the Moed. I like to use the Moed to kind of get a grasp and understanding on the scriptures and when, like, kind of a time frame of when these things are going to happen. Not exactly like, you know, what year, but
Right.
around the time of those
What
feasts.
time of year? The
Right,
season.
right.
You can know the season. It says you can know the season, but you can't know the date and time.
Con. And right here in 1 and 16 it says, well, let me go up a little bit. Let's see. Let's start at 14. It says, this Zephaniah 1 and 14 says, the great day of Yahuwah is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of Yahuwah, the mighty man crieth there bitterly. That day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the shofar, aka trumpet, and alarm, teruah, against the fortified cities and against the high battlements. Okay, so Yom Shofar, Wa Teruah, right? In the Hebrew. Okay, and right there you got, if you take out the shofar, you got Yom Teruah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then,
Priest of trumpet.
yeah, of course you know where I'm going with this. Let's get Leviticus. Let me pull up my other window. Matter of fact, I already got it pulled up. Let's see. Leviticus 23. Okay. Speak ye unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, shall ye have a Sabbath, a memorial of blowing trumpets and holy convocation. Right? And people call this Rosh Hashanah. That's what the Jewish exchange it to. Rosh Hashanah is nowhere in the Bible. Okay. But what is in the Bible is Yom Teruah. Okay, a day of the trumpet, right, or the day of alarm, right? Let's see here. Let's see. Let's go ahead, right here, Teruah. So anytime, like when you hear like blowing, or when you hear like the word alarm, that's Teruah. You know what I mean? Or like Teruah is also a shout. Like in Isaiah 51, it tells us to cry aloud. Okay, that's telling us to Teruah. Let's see here. In the book of Numbers, let me see. Actually, we can look at this. Let's look up trumpet and alarm. Well, matter of fact, it tells us to blow the trumpet, right? In the book of Numbers. It says, okay, right here. Numbers 10 and 5. When you blow an alarm, then the camps that lie on the east parts shall go forward, right? Let's see. There's a specific scripture I was looking for when it talks about when you go to war in your land. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let's see. Wow.
It only does 4 words at a time.
I got a whole lesson on this with like so many scripts, and I gotta watch. I'm gonna have to go back and watch my own lesson again because my notes got washed up in the rain.
Mm-hmm. Or you can do a quick search.
Okay, yeah, here it is. Numbers 10 and 9. And if ye go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then ye shall blow an alarm, right? A teruah with the trumpets, and ye shall be for the shofar, and ye shall be remembered before Yahuwah your Elohim, and ye shall be saved from your enemies.
Okay, so get your shofar ready. Lion bad.
I got one.
Get your shofar ready. If you're gonna barricade yourself, make sure you blow that alarm before you do, and then you'll be delivered.
All right.
And this right here is actually the only place that it says links Yom Teruah. Let me see if I can find another one. Let's see if I can link it straight to it. Nope. Yeah, that's the only place. Blow ye the trumpet. Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of Yahuwah cometh, for it is nigh at hand. Zephaniah 1:16. A day of the trumpet and alarm. All right. Yom Shofar Wa Teruah. You know what I'm saying?
And every year, me and Amaziah be looking forward to it's coming every year, because we know it's gonna be during Yom Teruah.
So where it said in 2 and 3, in Zephaniah 2 and 3, it says it may be ye will be hid in the day of Yahuwah's anger, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when we look a little deeper into this, Revelation 7:1, it says, and after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living Elohim. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our Elohim in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. Okay, so we're looking at very, 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 very few in between of those that are going to be hid in the day of the Most High's anger. And then
Where they
basically,
gonna be hid at?
huh?
Where they gonna be hid at?
They're going to be in plain sight, but ain't nothing going to be happening to them. You see what I'm saying?
Man, start the madness.
How's that imagine things? The same thing goes with the Passover.
Start the madness.
And through look at the book of Exodus, all the plagues. The
And
Israelites,
Passover, they were locked up in their house and couldn't go outside at all.
I'm talking about all the plagues. They all the plagues. They didn't go to no interdimensional spiritual realm.
I know that.
They weren't raptured.
I know that too.
That's what I'm saying. But you thought it was kind of far fetched. I said they'll be in plain sight, but they won't be touched.
But somebody said, I talked to a group of guys. They said they think the chariot's gonna beam them up. Do y'all believe that?
Not yet. No. Not until that's during the time when the city comes down, when Hamashiach returns.
Yeah, we're gonna be going back. Like basically, we're gonna be doing the cleanup work. Like when it talks about like how we'll be made into mighty men and things like that. After Hamashiach, basically after all these plagues and stuff like that, and after Hamashiach wipes them up with Armageddon, then he's gonna bring us out. We're gonna be doing the cleanup work and bringing back slaves and servants and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's for the entire earth. The way I see the timeline is this nation against nation, people against people. They're gonna join with their own bloodlines. They're gonna fight against each other. Then somebody is gonna stand on the world stage for Israel, and then they're all gonna stop fighting each other, turn towards that leader, and then go to fight against him, which is the nation of Israel. So then we're gonna beat the brakes off them. Then we're gonna take all right. So during that skirmish of them, the civil war, they're all gonna be rounded up. We're all gonna be rounded up into the FEMA camps if you're not fighting. So then they're gonna stop fighting each other and turn towards the children of Israel and fight against them, because now they're a mature nation. And then we're gonna beat the brakes off of them, and then we're gonna take the people into our land to be servants and handmaids. And then sometime way in the future, Mashiach is going to return with the city, and when he returns with the city, that's when he takes over the rest of Earth, and that's going to be the spaceship time because we got to go into the city.
I'm gonna get
beam us up and take us into the city.
I want to show them Leviticus 26.
And that's no more sea. It ain't gonna be no more sea at that time.
Well, actually, it says we're gonna fly up on the backs of the Philistines.
Yeah, the shoulders of the
But Leviticus 26:7 says, and ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword. And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall put 10,000 to flight, and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword. Right? So unless we can do that now, it ain't time to be doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It says you're gonna fall on the sword and not be injured.
We ain't gonna fall by the sword.
No, it says you're gonna fall on the sword and not be injured.
Hold on, I'm gonna find that scripture real quick. That makes me wonder too. Oh, let's see. It says Hosea 7:16. They return, but not to the. Let's see. No. That's the wrong one. Let me find another one.
I'll look for it with you.
Wrong one.
When it says the nation's gonna say rocks fall on us because we're afraid of the wrath of the people of the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? That's them being in the dumbs for dummies.
Jeremiah 39:18. For I will surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword, but thy life shall be for a prey unto thee, because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord.
Yeah, that's one of them. But it says when you fall on the sword, you will not be injured. Let me see.
Hey, Akim, and just to backtrack a little bit, when you said that the elect they might be in the midst of it but not be touched, that remind me of the movie with Brad Pitt when when the zombies were running around, but they was passing by certain men, you know, and they said that these certain men who didn't get touched was what did he say, diseased, or they was already dying. And you know that kind of goes into what the Lord said, we gotta be put our flesh to death, so to speak, you know. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What movie you talking about?
With that movie, damn it,
Apocalypse Z or
World War Z, yeah.
World Z.
Yeah. And there might be certain people that the zombies passed by, but they wouldn't touch them. And they said these men had like a virus or a disease or something that was gonna die anyway.
Yeah, so they had to inject themselves with the zombie disease or something like that. And then, you know what I'm saying, give themselves the cure right soon as they inject themselves with the zombie disease.
Hey, I wanna ask you though, what were you saying though? Like when I was like, you asked me like, how would they be hid, and you sounded like that was kind of far fetched or something when I gave my response.
Nah, it's not. Now it's making a little more sense because maybe they won't round up every black person up in America and put them in FEMA camps. Maybe some of them will still be in their houses.
Because I was gonna tell you, like, the thing you got to think about is that the 144,000 are there to give a ministry.
Yeah, because I'm thinking that when they go round up everybody, right, and of course there's a civil war nationwide, okay, so they got to go round up everybody, put them in the FEMA camps, but then they're gonna come kind of look peaceful looking. They're not just gonna kidnap every single person. They don't have the resources to do so. But then when they come to your house, I'm trying to figure out if you're gonna have a choice to leave or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you're gonna have a choice really. But from what you read, maybe when you declare, okay, I'm an Israelite and I'm not gonna be fighting in the civil war at all, maybe they'll have mercy on you or something, and just allow you to live in your house. But that's why it seems far-fetched to me, because I don't think
if you look at the mailbox stickers, right?
all you gotta do is look at Katrina. They forced everybody to go to the damn place.
Superdome.
Yeah, Superdome.
Oh, if you look at like the whole thing about the mailbox stickers, right? There's gonna be people that they already classified. People are already being classified for this. So there's already people that are classified to go into the FEMA camps for re-education. There's people that are classified to be put to death on the spot, like as soon as they kick the door in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And there's people that they think are just kind of like happy-go-lucky. They'll do whatever the hell because they're, you know what I mean, sleep sheep. So, you know, there'll probably be a lot of people that aren't going to go along with that
skip
plan.
those houses.
Right, right.
Okay. That's a possibility. That's a possibility.
Yeah, no, there was the chief of police. Let me see. I have to find that video. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna be listening in, but I'll be right back. I'll find that video too, where that police chief was talking about those mailbox stickers. Cause this white boy told me a couple years ago, and because we were seeing them on houses when we were working with the city for the leaf company and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about them too, man. I ain't never seen them over here, but you know what I'm saying? Of course, they test everything out in big cities anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. But there were police bosses all over the country warning people about the stickers and telling their people never give up your guns. They want to take your guns, never give up your guns, and all that stuff. Police bosses were telling people that around the country. And ex-military too. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
You said ex-military. Yeah, I heard you.
So you know what I'm saying. So
I'm hearing you. You know what I'm saying? Like when y'all get going, man, I just like to sit back and listen to y'all, man.
yeah, so the scriptures, man, they're beautiful, bro.
Yep.
So yeah, man. As far as that, because I used to think of contingency plans to fight, right? But then I realized I'll be the only person fighting, because in my neighborhood, if I tell everybody I go out and buy 50 air horns, you know what I'm saying, so we can warn each other when we see this thing. Man, these people don't have no guns. It's only like 10, 15 of us that, you know what I'm saying, that even think guns are a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So we warn each other. Bam, woo, got the air horns going. So we know it's ready. It's go time. Man, these people don't know what the fuck to do ever. So I got to move somewhere where I'll be ready for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to figure out, dang, how I'm gonna get this situation together. Because if you get barricaded up too long, they just, you know, we need backup over here. We need backup. We need backup. This guy is ready. So I said, okay. So the real situation is that you need to be a non-combatant and go to the barn for 10 years, go to prison for 10 years, and then they're gonna repatriate us. And anybody who act up in the FEMA camp gonna get beheaded.
I can't go, bro. I can't go to no FEMA camp, bro.
I know how you feel. I know how you feel.
But the scriptures say that they're gonna be willing in that day. You saying your brothers ain't, your hood ain't gonna be, ain't trying to do nothing. But the scriptures say that we'll be willing in that day. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They still ain't prepared. They don't. All I'm saying, they're gonna be willing. They're gonna be willing to die.
But let me ask you this question, man. Let me ask you this question.
Let me finish this thought right quick, and then don't forget your question now. The final thought on that was there are many verses that tell you the difference between being left behind. Left behind, you know what I'm saying, is the concept here. So just like Noah's day, so with the days of the son coming of the Son of Man be. So all the perversions that happened then are happening now, and then you know what I'm saying, you got people building an ark, a ship, which is the nation of Israel. That's the ship. That's the ark, Noah's ark. Okay, so then he preached for 100 years. We've been preaching for about the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Then bam, there were people who were taken. It's the difference between taken and left behind. So the people who were taken in Noah's time were every human and every animal on earth that got swept away by the flood. They were all taken. So the Christian church teach that the taken people are the ones who are raptured, but that's not true. The ones who are left behind are the ones who are going to be raptured. They're the ones who live through the turmoil, so they have endured to the end. So it said it'll be worse for the people who die when they are resurrected in the judgment, in the day of judgment. They said it's going to be hard for the people who survive the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be painful, and it's going to be hard, and it's going to be very scary. But it's better for them that live through it than the people who die in it. Okay, go ahead, ask me a question.
Yeah, that's in the Apocrypha, right? I think that's in Exodus. Right?
There you go.
Yeah. No, I was asking just on some, I guess on some carnal stuff. I'm asking. Do y'all keep yourself in shape, like your weight down? Like can y'all do pull-ups? Like can you do 10 pull-ups? Can you maybe run a mile without having to fucking you know what I'm saying, throw up or something like that?
Not at all.
Y'all in the gym? You know what I'm saying?
I could do 10 pull-ups, but I don't know about the running part.
Not at all.
You don't do nothing for yourself, bro?
Not at all.
Why?
We don't have no military. So
you ain't gonna have no military to go out in the backyard and do some push-ups.
And do what? And fight 2 NRADs with 60 cops?
No, bro.
And do what? What I'm gonna do with my in health shape situation? What I'm gonna do with it?
It's just another part of your discipline, man. That's all. You know what I'm saying?
Man, when I see us forming a nation and forming a military, then I'll get in shape. Until then,
bro.
Kiss my ass.
Get your ass in that backyard, do some push-ups, bro. Don't do that to yourself, bro.
I really do.
Man, you don't want to protect yourself from other Negroes out there, man.
I mean, anybody Negroes,
my gun don't weigh
at least.
My gun don't
weigh
nothing.
About the cops, at least, man. You don't want to protect yourself.
If you can't do 10 pull-ups, bro, you wrong, bro.
Hey, man, my gun don't weigh nothing but 9 ounces, dude.
Man, do you have it on you all the time, man? You know, I left mine home the other day. I had to run for my life.
Hey, man, and then my mouth works properly too. Well, I respect everybody with my mouth. You know what I'm saying? So they don't.
Some black dudes try to do me harm for no reason, man. Wasn't nothing about respect or nothing. They just felt like doing me something.
But you was walking in the wrong area or something?
I was walking past them and I asked them something. I guess it was in my business. They had a car accident and I was like, hey, did that just happen? And they decided we gonna rob you. They wanted to know, hey, brother, you got something to put on it? You want to know what happened? You gonna give me some money to fix it? And next you know, I'm fighting 4 dudes.
Didn't I tell you to keep your lips to yourself?
You damn, I learned that lesson that night. I
Yeah,
sure
man,
did learn that lesson that night.
for sure, man. You know,
Hey,
these people
I
out
want
here
to
are
bring up.
retarded. They're demon possessed. So you can't talk to a demon if you're not prepared to evict the demon out of their body. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to wave. You got to learn the scripts to throw at them to evict the demon. You know what I'm saying? So, hey man, ain't nobody business, nobody business. You
Hey,
know,
I
Yeah, but
can read
man,
this scripture
good
right
thing I was
fast.
able to run a block, man.
there you go. Stay in shape. You can't stay ready. You don't have to get ready.
Hey, this go into the where I was talking about you gotta literally put yourself to death. When I was talking about World War Z, this is Colossians 3, and I'm gonna start at 2. It says, set your affections on things above, not on the things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid in Christ, with Christ in God. When Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Mortify, which means death, therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil, concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things for which things sake the wrath of Yahweh cometh on the children of disobedience.
Absolutely. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay,
So hold on. Let me get this out. And that go into like fear. I wish that movie with Will Smith when it was like the monster didn't see him. He can walk right up on the monster and with him and his son.
him and the son, the space movie. You might got to refresh. I can't hear you no more. Kim Ron, what's your background? You're new here. What's your worldview and what school did you go to at first or what? All that good stuff. Okay. He don't want to talk. He's keeping his lips to himself. You should have kept your lips closed.
Hey, hey, let me be an angel to you real quick. Let me be that messenger to you, bro.
Yeah.
Get yourself in shape, bro. You ain't got to be swole, but get yourself in shape, bro. Straight up and down, man. I'm telling you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
We supposed to be soldiers, bro. In every which way, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Faithfully and everything else to go along with it, man. You know what I'm saying? David was swole, bro. I know David was swole. I know
Yeah.
Joshua
I
had
know
some.
all them
Joshua,
old school
huh?
guys were swole.
Say what?
But
All
that
the old school guys were
That's
swole.
what I'm saying. You know Joshua had a six pack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, bro. We got to be right, man. Mind, body, and soul, bro. And that faith.
circumspect.
But that's just my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah,
good
that movie
advice.
After
Because
Earth.
I've been thinking about the spirit been telling me to get out and run around my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so I might need to not ignore this. Where you go,
Hey,
Kimron? Okay, then we didn't hear you, Ratazar. You had cut out for a minute
Probably running
oh,
from the
okay, yeah.
dude. Huh?
Now I was talking about um. Did you hear the scripture I read?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about how it seemed like it's talking about the fear of the world. You know what I mean? When you fear, you know, you ain't that's like no faith in Yahweh. And and it says when he shall appear, who is our life, then we shall also appear with him. And that I'm thinking about the movie. I think it's After Earth with Will Smith and his son, where he was able to walk in the midst of all the chaos and just walk right up on a monster and slam and stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he had lost fear. They say
Yeah,
that Most High don't give us a spirit of fear, but a sound mind, but you know, all that other stuff.
and I'm gonna jump down to verse 12 and Colossians 3. It says, "Put on therefore as the elect of God, holy and beloved, bowels of mercy, kindness, humbleness of mind, meekness, long suffering, forbearing one another, forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, also so also do ye." You know, so we supposed to be focusing on things above. Like I tell the brother, like I don't really fear the things with what's gonna come on. If I get in the concentration camps, I know to refuse to chip in. If I get put to death, I just get put to death. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Uh,
So I know one thing I gotta
hey, I was going.
is put up the Ten Commandments on my door. That's something I've been meaning to do too.
Uh, and I've been looking into the manna of when we was in the Exodus. You know how he fed us with the manna for 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking into it, and the definition of manna is what is it? You know what I mean? And I was trying to find out what is it. And you know when they built the temple, they it was called shewbread, right?
Yeah.
But the manna isn't shewbread. It's it's some kind of powder, or you know I mean Amaziah was talking last night, and you know I asked him about has he ever heard of monatomic gold? You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
And when I was reading, when they was building the temple and stuff, I didn't hear about no bakers, you know what I mean? And it said that it was like some kind of seed, and it was white, and the monatomic gold is white, you know what I mean? And it says rain down like dew from heaven.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? It kind of adding up, but I'm still looking into it a little bit. And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, if
You got to look into that because monatomic gold is spelled MONO, which means one.
kind,
Yeah. So it's one. It's one atomic. Atomic means what? I don't know what atomic means, but you know what I'm saying. It was actual food that was kind of seed, like it was like a seed. I think it called it. Like it was similar to a coriander seed, and it was very
yeah,
very sweet.
yeah, like honey
Yeah.
or a wafer, you know.
Yep.
So you know that kind of resonated with me. It makes a lot of sense to me. You know what I mean?
Yep. We got
And
an
and he
example of
out.
falling in Africa at one of the churches in Africa.
Mm,
So you see, it's white in the actual food. That's a wafer that's kind of like a seed, and they compare it to a coriander seed. That's super sweet. They said they can't describe the taste. Never tasted anything like it before.
mm. So you think that could like be it?
You talking about like it being actual gold?
Kind.
No.
Okay.
But that's you know what I'm saying. You got to check everything. You got to look at and examine everything. You know what I'm saying. So that makes sense on the surface. But then when I seen the example of the manna falling at that church, you know what I'm saying. If they're picking it up and eating it, and it was kind of crunchy when they were biting into it. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's what I'm saying.
Con.
Because I used to think it was mushroom until I saw that example. You know what I'm saying? Then you see it, what it is for certain. What it was. It's just like the Bible
But
described it. It's kind of like a wafer and coriander seed, white, sweet, super sweet.
Con, but I don't know. I think it's on the Egyptian papyrus. They show like a example of how it looked. It was like on a dish, but it was stacked up like a cone. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a bunch of powder. You know, it didn't have a bread shape or anything. It was just like a big. And also, he told, I think it was Joshua, to put it in a sheath for examples for future generations. So it couldn't have been bread or anything. You know what I mean? It had to be something powdery or some kind of flour, flour-like substance.
Yep. I can show the thing, you know what I'm saying, if you want to see it.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Let me
that's if
see
I
if
can
I
find
can.
it. I don't know.
And then it wasn't baked. You know what I mean? When they, let me see if I can pull it. See
Yep,
if
they can eat it raw.
it's in Exodus 31.
What y'all talking about?
What he trying to find the definition of manna, and it's not recorded in the definition, the word itself. So you know what I'm saying? The Bible just describes it. They describe it like a coriander seed, and that it's super sweet, and it's kind of like a wafer, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever really know what it is, man, because it doesn't seem like it's something. To me, it almost seemed like it's kind of like snow.
To work in gold and in silver and in brass and in the cutting of stone, to set them, and in carving of timber, to work in all manner of workmanship. You know. Let me see. So it don't sound like it was baked. You know what I mean?
Hold on,
It
what did you
sounds
just
like
read?
alchemy, huh?
What did you just read?
Exodus 30, and I had started at 3. You know,
Exodus 30 and 3.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pull it up. See, wait a minute. You're talking about that's instructions for
Nite
the altar.
came in plain face.
Yeah, what's up, brothers?
Shalom,
Don't
Plain 8.
belong.
Hey, so listen, brothers, we got to do something right now, okay? Shit, I wish this wasn't live. Hey, Clean,
Yeah.
you want to do it? You want to do here's what you need to do, brothers. How many of you got Windows 10?
I think I got it.
I don't mess with it, man, cause I like to dibble and dabble. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
what version of Windows you got?
8.1.
Okay, so feel me out. I'm gonna walk you guys through this, okay? Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Let me go and
Everybody,
grab my laptop.
because I had some strange fucking shit happen today, and I had to shut fucking Skype down, dude. Shut that shit down.
That's why I don't mess with Windows 10, man, cause
No,
I've already
it's
had
not just
problems with.
Windows 10, brother. It's not just Windows 10.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
not
I mean,
Windows
like,
10. It's
I've had
all
problems
that
with
shit.
Snow Leopard.
Yeah, fucking Google Chrome's fucked up too.
Oh
Google
yeah.
Chrome is fucked up too. So
Yeah.
here's
If you notice, if you run, I don't know if anybody else dealt with this, but I constantly run virus checks, and I'm always getting a hidden extension on Google Chrome that shows up as a virus.
well, yeah, well, let's break this shit down. Here's what we're gonna do. Everybody who's on their computer right now, go to the start menu, and if you got Windows 10, you click on apps. If you got Windows 8, you click on applications. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna go into your menu, and you're gonna click on Windows Systems, and I want you to open the command prompt. Open up the command prompt. Let me know when you guys all done that. Let me know when you're done that.
Hey, I'm an Apple user, so I'm not real familiar with this new Windows. You said applications?
Yeah. Just go to your Windows Systems. You should have a Systems menu, and click on, or just go into Running. Type in CMD.
Under search? Okay, okay.
Run. Go into Run. Once you pull that shit up, I want you to type this in. Type in net, NET, STAT, and then I want you to put a dash, do a space bar, dash, ANO. Press enter.
AN colon?
ANO. Alpha, November, Oscar.
And that's in my command prompt, right?
In command prompt.
Netstat dash spacebar dash ANO.
No. Netstat spacebar dash ANO.
And that's when you say dash, you're talking about a hyphen.
Yeah.
So spacebar hyphen spacebar hyphen.
Yeah.
You know.
Now listen to me, brothers. Listen to me. Depending on what Windows version you have, what I need you to pay attention to, forget about the ports that are listening. I want you to count how many established connections you have to your computer right now. Established.
Oh shit.
What?
Yeah,
Press enter.
that's crazy.
Press enter.
Press enter. I need you to tell me how many established fucking ports you got open right fucking now.
What does that mean?
So the TCP.
That means that's how many motherfuckers. That's how many different computers are connected to your computer.
It's showing me TCP and UDP, and that's it.
Those
No,
are
you should be
IP addresses.
seeing. You should be looking at the IP address where it says foreign addresses. You should see the state. It should say listening, established, or closed wait.
Okay, I got listening, close wait, established. Okay.
Now,
So
if you got a pen and paper, start writing down those fucking IP addresses. Because one of my connections, I'm gonna tell you here right now. You go to IP locator. You go to IP locator. Just type in IP locator, right?
mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you where one of mine is fucking with it. You wanna go to when you type in IP locator, there's a website called IPfingerprints.com. IPfingerprints.com. It will show you the fucking location of where that IP address is at. Alright? Now I'm gonna tell you some strange shit that happened what came up on mine. Let me see if this motherfucker even exists anymore. Let me see something here. 157. 2.
So if we got a bunch of motherfuckers listening, that's not good, right?
Dude, let me tell you something. I'm gonna call off some of the IPs I have, and you tell me if you got the same IP addresses. Okay? Hang on a second. I got 23.202.114 Anybody got that one?
I see it. Hold on one second.
Hey, Planet, I got on Windows 7, huh?
Yeah, you can still do the same thing with command prompt, brother. Do command prompt. So I just typed in the IP address I just gave you guys. That motherfucker can't even be found, which is weird, which means that somebody's hiding that motherfucker. Oh, that's because it's closed. Wait a minute. Okay, let me do another 6.5. Okay, let me. Does anybody have 6.5.52.108.74?
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Hang on a second, bro. Yeah, I can see your screen blowed up.
It won't. How you blow it up?
No, that's okay, okay, established. Motherfucker. You got the same motherfucking IP addresses as me, dude. 2 of the IP addresses I just recognized. Yeah, you shouldn't be having all those fucking connections, man. There shouldn't be that many motherfuckers. There shouldn't be that many systems connected to your computer.
A whole bunch of established.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Which means that Google is fucking monitoring what the fuck we saying, dude. Like a motherfucker. And they're doing it from various locations as well.
That means they're actually on our laptop.
They're inside our system. When it says established, they're in the system.
Man.
So they can use my computer if they wanted to.
Like how many? Yeah, they can take control of your shit. They can download stuff. Since you've been talking and doing your hangouts, right? If all of a sudden you think you're using a lot of bandwidth and your system is like overheating, they're downloading shit from your fucking computer. That's a download, dude. That's a massive data dump. That's a fucking data dump. Now the IP address I just typed in, that shit comes up in fucking Washington State, dude. And it goes to a Hotmail address. The Hotmail address it goes to is blue46-m at hotmail.com. It says it's a Microsoft hosting. That's what it says. Yeah, but jot down all those IP addresses, fellas. 172.217.
Hey, do you have a Hotmail account?
Fuck no, I don't.
Do you use Windows for anything?
What was that?
Do you use Windows for anything? You have,
Pretty much, yeah. I use it for a lot of shit.
You do?
Yeah, I'm getting ready to switch to Linux though.
Yeah. All right.
I'm getting ready to switch to Linux, Red Hat or Ubuntu. What the fuck is that? One of these motherfucking IP addresses earlier today took me to a fucking county jail in Virginia.
So how do we delete them?
You just gotta go in. Now, let me tell you how you find this shit. When you see this, right? If you look at the PID, the last column, that's called the processing ID number. Now, the next thing you're going to do is to find that processing ID number, you're going to click on application. You're going to go to Windows again, and you're going to you're going to scroll down to system information. When you go to system information, you're going to go to software environments, and you're going to click on running task. Okay? And I'll give you an example of mine. There's a processing ID. It's 8908, and I'm going to find out what the fuck that is. Because I had to remove a bunch of programs on my shit to stop that shit from happening. So right now I'm checking running tasks for processing ID 8908. So it can tell me what the fuck is listening to my computer. And according to this, it's fucking Skype. Now get this. That 8908, let me tell you this right here. Skype got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm saying. Hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 connections open. 4
Okay.
fucking. I ain't even using Skype.
Look at this right here.
4 fucking connections on Skype are open right now. They connected. They're not listening. They're established.
Look at this right here. You see these established right here?
Dude, you got some. They got remote access to your shit.
Remote access. Why is that not from a former correction where I gave my computer over to somebody?
Because they still connected.
And they forgot to disconnect or something.
Either you forgot to disconnect or they didn't. They still listening in on your system. They still got control.
But there's no IP addresses next to them.
That's my whole point, because they got control.
What?
They got control of your shit, bro.
So I can't delete these then.
No, you can break those connections, but you need to go into system information and enter in those processing ID numbers to the far right. I think that's what, 4800 or something like that?
4900.
Enter in 4900, it'll tell you what's still open. So go to start menu, go to Windows, go to system information right now.
Okay.
They still got remote access to your shit.
Okay, go to
Yeah,
start.
fellas, jot this shit down, because this is how you're gonna know who the fuck is listening in on your shit.
Apps.
Google is fucked. Man, they all inside our shit.
Apps. Windows.
It's just supposed to show listen. It's not supposed to be showing established.
Windows system. You can still see what I'm doing.
Yeah, I can see it going. No. Scroll down. No, go to administration. Go to Windows Administrator. Administrative tools. Go there. Scroll down. Now, go to system information. Now go and type in. It says go to software environment. Click on software environment. Go to running task. Now in the find what, put 4900 there. And it'll tell you exactly what that shit is. You still got it up? What happened?
It's got that circle. It's you see that circle?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Just give it some time because it's reading your system right now. Crazy shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
I pulled up another IP address that goes to fucking San Jose, California. I can tell you the fucking address in the building. You ready for this shit? This shit is at motherfucking Moffett Field. Moffett Federal Airfield is a fucking military base, dude. Fucking military, dude. Moffett Field. That's military.
Okay, these popped up.
It's a fucking airfield, dude. Moffett Federal Airfield.
All this shit popped up.
Hey, explain slowly how to do this on Windows.
Okay, you gotta click find, brother. 4900.
I clicked it and then it said find what 4900. I click find next.
Yeah.
And this shit popped up.
Why I don't see 4900 in your thing at all?
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
It should show you what 4900 is. Okay. It's Firefox, dude. You got Firefox open?
Yeah, that's the browser I use.
Have you upgraded it recently?
Yeah.
Why the fuck are all those connections open? It's only showing one.
Why they established?
That's what I'm saying. It should only be one open. You got 4 of them open.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So how do I get rid of them?
Dude, you gotta go into fuck, I gotta remember how to do this shit. There's a way to go in. I think it's either File, Edit, or View, where you can go in. You click on that specific, but see, you gotta find the rest of them. You're only showing one.
Yeah.
You gotta shut down Firefox. That's the only way to close it.
Right now. Okay. Well, damn. That's the show.
I'm just letting you know, bro. You guys gotta start monitoring this shit.
By the end of the show.
Yeah, you gotta start. You guys, I'm just look. I want
to. You gonna end the show?
No,
I'm gonna just get the instructions and then do it later.
Yeah. Just understand this, fellas. Get in the habit of when you go online, you want to know who's connected to your shit. You write down that IP address. You go to IP Locator. You go to IPfingerprints.com. You find out the locations of every single IP address. One of mine went to a fucking county jail, dude, in Virginia. A county jail.
That's the warden.
Now, either somebody fucking in jail trying to look at my shit, or that ain't really a jail.
Fucking warden. He said, "Oh, you want to do that? Okay."
Or it ain't really a jail.
Let me look at your shit.
So just remember that, peeps.
And then, okay, so how am I correcting this shit once we find it out?
When you in this show, you just gonna have to clean up your system and just make sure you write down the Dude, my suggestion is you write down the IP address that popped up.
I got them all written down.
Write them all down so that every time you log on again, you want to see the pattern, what's connected. See, what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be writing down all these IP addresses, and once I do the geospatial location to find out where they're located, I'm going to start plotting this shit on fucking Google Maps. So, and it'll tell me where all the servers are at, where all the main data centers are at, all that shit. And if somebody's connected to it that ain't supposed to be connected to my shit, because here's the thing, you shouldn't be having all the motherfucking connections.
Right.
I mean, they all using the same port, the 443, port 443.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be having fucking 8 different motherfucking computers connected to the same goddamn fucking system. This shit don't make no sense.
And then you fix it by...
You just got to go in and just change your shit and start using a proxy. That's the only way.
I got one that's in Brazil.
Like the private shit.
Yeah, and look, the brother got one in Brazil. What the fuck is this traffic doing going to Latin America? The only reason why this traffic is going to Latin America because they're trying to get to me through him. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to get to the brother Amaziah. They're going through his network to get to me. Because they got a supercomputer there. And they said they're using that motherfucker for weather forecasting. My ass they are. The fuck would his traffic be going to Brazil for?
So that you don't ruin the power of the Catholic Church.
You know? And then on top of that, I got traffic going to fucking Moffett Field, Federal Airfield.
Hey, who had port 443 shown on theirs too? Which one of y'all had port 443 shown?
I had port 443.
I know it was you and another brother said they had.
That's a standard port used for communication.
For secure
but it shouldn't be fucking 8 different ones.
No, but who? Somebody else said it. Yeah. Who was that to use Firefox?
Yeah, that's me.
And you the one that had 443?
Yeah.
Yeah, because HTTPS IPs use port 443. So anything you type into Firefox is going to be HTTPS.
So check this out too. You know who else is spying on me? Guess who else is spying on me? Fucking Carnegie Mellon University, dude.
Who?
Carnegie Mellon University. Now, let me tell you what's so fucking coincidental about that. No, listen to me. My professor 2 weeks ago mentioned this fucking university and that he suggested I should go here. He suggested that because of my advanced discussions in my research paper that this university would be best for me to look into. And guess Moffett Field, that's where some of my traffic is going. Federal Airfield, literally. Oh, guess who else is there? NASA Ames Research Center, dog.
Look at that.
What the? You remember what I did to NASA?
Yeah, they're trying to
The
stay.
fucking research center is 3 blocks away from Carnegie Mellon,
They
and the
want to
Federal
offer you a
Airfield is
job
there.
so you can stop telling the truth.
Let me see if I can share my screen so I can show you. You ain't gonna believe this shit. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Let me show you this shit. Am I sharing?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. This was the IP address that was entered in. You guys can see that?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can blow it up.
NASA Ames Research Center right there, dead in the center.
So here's the IP address where this shit took me to. It took me to Moffett Field, that IP address. Moffett Federal Airfield. Okay? So that's where NASA does all their shit. And here you go. NASA Ames Research Center. Right fucking here. You see it? Plain as day. Plain as day. Plain as day, dude. There goes Carnegie Mellon University right there. There it is. You see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Carnegie Mellon University. NASA Research Park.
So you can become a Nazi. They want you to become a Nazi.
They own me, dude. They in my system. Yep.
Well, that don't work.
They in there. If I turn up missing, this is exactly where they flying me to. This fucking airfield right here.
I'm pretty sure you ready. That way you don't have to get ready.
Oh, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody taking me out of my motherfucking house.
That's what Lion Bear said. Make sure you blow your shofar before you fight.
Dude, this shit is crazy, dude. You can stop me from sharing.
Yeah,
this shit is crazy, dude. You can stop me from sharing.
I think I did already.
Oh, okay. Did you?
Yeah, but every time you talk, your picture pops back up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fucking crazy, dude.
Well, you learn something new every day.
There you go, brothers.
Start
Start checking your shit. I don't mean to bring this kind of attention to you guys, but you just gotta watch the shit now.
Yeah, man.
The rest of the brothers are quiet. They're like, man, what the fuck?
myself into.
I can't figure out how to work this shit on Windows 8, man.
Yeah, but you got an Apple though.
No, I used to have Apple. That's why I said I'm not used to Windows 8.
No, brother, just go into the app. Go into the left-hand side, the start menu, and you should just look for Windows systems, and then you'll find command prompt.
Nah, cause on this one it pulls up a bunch of bullshit. Let me show you. That's why I don't like Windows and shit. Let me show you. When I do this, it pull up this shit.
Let me see. Oh man.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit.
Okay, hold on. Go over more. Let me see if I can find it.
As far as it goes.
No. Let's go right there. Hold on. Stay right there. Go to desktop.
Where?
The lower left-hand side.
That's all that's gonna do.
Oh shit.
The windows down in the corner. Yeah,
go back. What's that? Okay. Oh yeah. Click on the computer screen. No. Click on the computer screen. That. Yeah, that ain't it. Go back. I ain't fucking around. Okay. Go to the cog. Go to that cog.
Next to yeah.
No, that ain't it. Go back. Go back.
Let's see, I'm used to
Damn,
using
Windows
some
8's all fucked up, man.
Yeah, that's what.
Damn.
I went ahead and bid on that Windows 10. I said, fuck it.
But see, like Windows 10, like if you got illegal software, they can shut it down automatically.
Oh,
That's
Go
why
back to
they,
that other screen you at, bro.
that's why they put that 10 on there.
I'm
yeah.
trying to see where this shit is at, where you got his stuff at, man.
Go to the end. Go to the end. You're gonna see system.
Yeah, ain't none of this shit, man. Go back, go back.
Click the
Oh,
magnify.
wait. He's in the right one now.
There you go.
He's there. He's in the right one. Scroll over. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Okay. You should see Windows. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Stop right there. Stop.
Command prompt.
Click on. Yeah, click on Command Prompt. It says
Well,
Windows System right there.
I did that one already. I'm trying to figure out how to get them off of there. I got the
Oh,
command prompt pulled up.
You got to go to Windows. Hold on. Well, I'm getting ready to tell you right now. I'm looking at your screen. Go to Task Manager.
Yeah, I was trying
Okay,
to
there you go. Now go to Startup. That's what started up. Go to Processes. Go to
And
Process.
you see this? This keeps popping up on my joint too.
Yeah, you need to delete that shit.
Yeah, I've been did that like a million times. Like
If it
Chrome
keeps
keeps
popping
putting
up,
it
then it's
down.
some sort of malware. Go to
Yeah,
Processes, brother. Go up top to Processes. Processes.
yeah, because I got a good antivirus and shit that I like to
Okay,
use.
so here's the thing. You gotta find whatever you see that you don't think belongs. Memory, disk, network. Damn. Yeah, you gotta look through that list, man, and see what don't belong. Because here's the thing, you don't have the processing ID numbers. And you gotta match up those IP addresses. The last numbers for the IP address should be a 4-digit process ID number. That's how you close that shit down. That's how you shut it down. That's how you shut it down.
See why I'm there.
Actually, you know what? Go to View. Go to View.
Where at?
Top. Go to the top. Go to the top, bro. To View. Click on View. Go to no. Go to Group Type. Let me see. Go to Status Values. Show suspended. Go to Options. No, it's not there. Go back to View again. So you got Windows 8. No, you can click on Expand All and see what happens. Yeah, it's not showing the process ID number. Dang. See what's starting up on your computer. Go to Startup.
This shouldn't be.
Let's see what pops up on Users. See if someone's ready in your system. That's you, right?
Yeah. What's this
Damn,
for?
it's using up a lot of your fucking memory, dude. Whatever it is using up a lot of your fucking memory, bro.
Yeah, I notice that all the time.
Someone's using up a lot of your fucking memory.
And I don't even really be doing nothing on here, man, except for being on the internet. I be paying
Background
attention.
agent? What the fuck is background agent?
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys gonna have to scan through all your shit, man. You're gonna have to look at this shit real careful. If that shit don't look like something you downloaded, get rid of that shit.
It says from Acer.
CPU supposed to be running at?
Not a fucking,
About
not
50%.
a, boy, yeah, around 50-60%. He's at 81%. He got a bunch of shit running in the background here. I don't know what else he got running back on him. He's using up a lot of bandwidth.
Which is crazy because all I'm really running is everything you see here. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's up. I'm
You
not
got a
really
lot of
working
running.
no
Meaning
more.
that all that shit is collecting data from your computer, man. All that shit. So jot down those IP addresses, man. Start recording that shit. You know, there's something out there called Wireshark. Okay? You guys need to download that shit. It's called Wireshark. Okay? It's a software program that lets you know what's running in your computer, what's connecting, all of that shit. Just type in Wireshark, and this shit will do a network protocol analysis of what the fuck is going on in the background of your system.
You got to pay for it?
I think, no, I don't think so. I think they have a free download.
If you do, I'll get a hold of it.
Does it just diagnose or does it correct?
It diagnoses, lets you know what's going on. I think you can download this motherfucker. Hang on. Yeah, you can download it for free, dude. Yeah, just click on Get Acquainted and go to download. Yeah, this shit is crazy, dude. Yeah, brothers. Sorry about that, man. They want to come on and give you guys no bad news and shit.
Man, we probably already had, you know what I'm saying? Like me, like, man, you know what I mean? I'll be doing my own thing, you feel what I'm saying? So I've already had notifications from my internet service provider about my activities and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be doing nothing for
The
real
rest of the brothers are quiet, man. Y'all okay out there?
though.
Yeah, we good. Huh? We good, man. We good.
You alright, Lion Bear?
Yeah, I'm straight, bro.
You do the command prompt to check your shit out?
Nah, I ain't do that, man.
Lion Bear was like, I don't give a fuck. Let him come.
Should I
The fuck you.
download 64-bit or 32-bit?
Depends
What version do you have? I think you.
Windows thing, see if you're 32 or 64.
Yeah.
Windows 10 to 64?
No, you gotta look at your go to your I don't know if it's in NetBIOS or it's in I think it's that, yeah. Go to your start menu. You should be able to see what kind of system you're running. It'll tell you what version of Windows operating system you're running.
I got 10.
Yeah, you got Windows 10. That's for your Explorer. You got Explorer 10 or Windows what?
The Microsoft Edge joint.
So go in there and check. Man, I'm on a Mac, so I don't remember how to do it on Windows. But just like he was saying, go to the start menu. You should go to the control panel. It should be under
You can click on system information. Yeah.
system information.
Information be able to tell you.
Everything you running, man. As far as what the baseline for it is, man.
Yeah, I'm on my Android phone.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. System information. Baseline.
Hey, who's the brother Kimron? He just logged out on us again.
He won't tell us, man.
What do you mean? He just keep logging in?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Baseboard manufacturer, baseboard and platform road. Always
Y'all
made.
tried to talk to him before?
He just talked just a minute ago. He said he had to beat up some guys and run away. A block and hide. Just for asking him, hey man, y'all need some help? What happened?
What was this? Must have been when I was downstairs a second ago or something.
Okay, so what am I looking at, man? You telling me to go look at the system? I see the system say Windows 10. Oh, 64 base PC.
Yeah, that's why I say you should have got 64.
So I need to download 64.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So with that Wireshark, man, once you download that, it ain't like Facebook or nothing, bro. You gonna have to kind of play with it, bro, and it's gonna be a lot of information and a lot of showing a lot of ports, a lot of activity in and out, what's going on with your computer, but you gonna have to like take your time with it, man, so you could understand how to use it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So what you use to clean yours up?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What I did with my computer, man, I encrypted the hard drive when I first got it, and got my firewall cut on right. Man, a lot of times if I'm not on this, most of the time I'm using the Onion router, man.
Yeah, Tor.
Mm-hmm.
I told him about that before. Download that Tor browser.
And what exactly are y'all protecting against?
It's just basic. I mean,
Personal information so that you don't get.
like I said, I got my hard drive encrypted, so I don't. I'm pretty sure Windows has some kind of encryption thing where you can encrypt your hard drive. I'm sure they do, and it takes a few hours. So I do. You do it overnight or whatever. You just kind of do it and let that thing do its thing, and it encrypts all your stuff. So that if somebody try to get in there, it ain't gonna look. It's gonna look like a bunch of mumbo jumbo. They're gonna be readable, unless they can crack the code. Which
Where you do that?
If they want to crack it, they'll crack it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you don't know exactly how.
No. It's like hash. It's called hash, stuff like that. I mean, like it's not readable. It's like bunch of.
What do I go to encrypt?
If you just Google how to encrypt a Windows hard drive, I'm pretty sure it's something online, man, to walk you through it. It should be something built. I know Mac got, it's an option with the Mac. I'm pretty sure Windows trying to keep up, so I'm pretty sure they got it too.
Gotcha.
You can encrypt any kind of hard drive.
Yeah.
Especially on Windows.
Yeah, he right.
Yeah.
So,
the Mac, everything on Mac is way, it's like almost instant. It's way better.
Yeah.
Mac guys, man.
Everything's instant, man.
I ain't like Mac, man, but I got my wife one a few years back. I was on her shit more than she was, man. So I just got me one because that thing, first I was like, I don't like it. I don't like how, you know what I'm saying? But now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, once you get used to it, it's better then.
They're making some shit for the police to where, because of all the police being recorded and shit by people's phones, to where the police, like Apple is making a patent on this technology to where the police can shut off any Apple phones that are around.
Man, Mac is like back in the day I used to play PlayStation. And I say, man, I ain't getting no Xbox. I ain't getting no Xbox. And then finally you play that Xbox, man, and it's a wrap, bro. It's almost like that, man. You remember them times growing up.
Xbox is terrible.
Yeah, I stayed with PlayStation, man.
You still? I'm telling you, yeah. I'm on Xbox.
I had the GameCube, and I had the GameCube and all the I had all the Nintendo shit and all the PlayStation shit, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta be a gamer, man.
Hey, just make sure your firewalls are turned on, man. Just one thing though. The more security you put on your computer, as far as like your firewall turned up to the max, and the less friendly it's gonna be. So it's like you got to find a happy balance, man. So like, if you go to a website, it might ask you every time, do you want to allow this connection and things like that. So, so the more security, the less user friendly. I guess that's the best word to use. You know what I'm saying? But just make sure you got your firewall turned on and stuff like that. At the end of the day, man, if they want in your shit, they'll probably get up in there some kind of way. Right. But you just make it harder for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Excuse me. Hold on, what's the other IP searcher? Because this joint is asking for a 14-day free trial. I ain't gonna do nothing like that. IPsearch.com or something.
The IP fingerprints.com when you told us to go to.
Nite.
Yeah.
Well, I'm on IP fingerprint. I'm not finna use that one. What's the other?
You can download ZenMate. ZenMate. They give you free.
And say it again. Start trial. Free trial.
Dude, you don't have to pay for nothing. I got it on my system.
They changed it. It said start free premium trial.
Yeah.
Hey man, go to IP lookup, man. Go to Google, put IP lookup, and you should be able to just go in there and click on put IP address in there, look up IP. It should be free, man.
There you go. Yeah, let me test one of these out. Yeah, niggas, I got you now.
Oh boy, here we go. Create a damn monster.
This is just random. Do I have to put the 4432? That's part of it, huh?
Port.
Yeah, the port is part of the whole. That's the whole address, right?
No, it ain't the port, just the IP. So it should be something like 96.241.1, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just those. The port is just the port your computer have. Your computer got thousands and thousands of ports, man. So depending on what you running, if you got Skype, if you got
Damn, they said it can't find this.
what you put in there. Read it out to me. I'm gonna put it in.
Hold up. All right, click my avatar.
Oh man, I can't do it while I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
But you don't want to say it out loud or something?
No, I mean I'm getting ready to show you on the screen.
Oh man. All right, hold on.
You can see the screen, right? Because I'm finna.
But yeah, I got the other thing in the other window, so now I gotta. You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
You gotta go back and forth. Okay, just go ahead to the thing.
Yeah, just read it to me while I do it.
104.91.252.154.
Yeah, I got one in Europe.
Yeah, here it go.
It came up.
Yeah, it's
So what this is? Since
it's
it's
called
free, it don't know nothing.
it's called Acme Technologies. It's in Massachusetts.
I know that company.
Hey, y'all ever heard of Stockholm?
How come this thing didn't find it?
Well, here, man. Let me show you. Share my screen. You can see. Maybe you didn't put it in right. I don't know if you put extra space in there or something. I don't know. But if you want me to show you my screen, you can see what site I'm on. You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. I ain't never shared my screen before, so I don't know what I'm doing. Let me see. Where is it? Share screen share. That little green button. Push that.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then hit, full screen.
Do I do desktop?
Yeah. Full screen. No, not desktop. Hit full screen.
No, it's asking me desktop or Google Hangouts.
Yeah, Google Hangout. You only got two options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I'm doing it now. See my thing see my security on. I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you see it? Huh?
Nope. Yeah, you're looking at the Google Hangouts. Okay.
But can you see my screen though?
Yeah.
You see that little box that pop open? Asking me if I want to allow access to this Google thing?
Nope.
Okay. But you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Now I'm about to go to this thing. So can you see this right here?
Yeah.
So yeah.
What is my IPaddress.com?
Yeah, so that's what I'm on. And then right here, I put your address in, right here, 10491. And then it's showing, it's the ISP, that's the service provider. So that's like Verizon or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones that provide the internet for this particular domain, I guess. I mean, this IP address.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you where they at. So this one right here is in Massachusetts, Cambridge.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be anything, man. I don't know where you live or whatever, but you know, you could.
They're providing.
Yeah, that's just where the server's at.
Yeah, so if you put in something, it might go through that. You might have to go through there to get to where you're trying to go for real, or you know, all kinds of stuff can be going on, man.
Right, all the
Fiber
optic shit.
Yeah, it could be, you know. Let's see. Yes, I don't know who that is in particular. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you know what this is? This Akamite Technologies. You ever dealt with them?
Nah.
Okay. You still want me to share my screen, or you good?
No, yeah, I'm good, man.
Okay. How do I stop it?
Click you can just click that same green button and it'll stop.
Oh, I'm screen sharing now though.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. All right, it's gone?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Okay, let me look up another one. Kind of spy.
It's crazy, dude. It's absolutely crazy, man. Oh, bros. I ain't getting any sleep, man. I need to get some rest, bro. Wake up early in the morning. Clean. I'm gonna be calling you tomorrow, bro. Getting shit taken care of, okay?
All right.
Hamazai,
Shalom.
I'm gonna be calling you as well.
Most definitely.
Lion.
Yo.
Good night, man.
All right, bro.
Peace out, man. Yep. You guys have fun. Protect yourselves
man.
out there, man.
Most definitely, King.
All right. Peace out, man.
Yeah, I'm finna play with this.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm finna play with this.
You on YouTube right now, bro?
Yeah, I'm still alive. I ain't going off till about 12. I already know what it do, man. Calm down.
Who?
Calm down, man. Get that frog out your throat, man.
Man, you know something in my throat.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. Calm down. All right, let me look up one of these jokers right here. This is a fun little learning little lesson. You've been through this for years, huh?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So how you clean it then?
I just got quiet. I just be quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but motherfuckers don't get in your shit though. They can't get in your shit because it's
nobody in my shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, if they in there, they in there. That's how I look. I mean, but I don't think they in there. But if they in there, they been in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing in there to get really. But you know what I'm saying? Some videos and shit that I didn't watch on YouTube, which everybody know what you watching on that shit. It ain't like I'm writing up documents over here to do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But,
you ain't got no serious shit going on.
Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? You might find a picture of my wife or something on there smiling or something. Ain't nothing crazy though. But yeah, man. I mean, it's a good thing to know. You know what I'm saying? That cyber and all that good stuff. Wireshark. You know, I heard of that before. I've used that before. But that ain't no like I was saying before. That ain't like Facebook and nothing like that. You gonna get on there and just say, oh, okay, upload. You know what I'm saying? You gotta kind of know what you're looking for, know what you're doing. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know. The best thing I
Okay, I
suggest,
got a,
man.
I got a host over here, Microsoft Hoster.
Yeah.
That's the service provider, and that's in San Antonio, Texas.
But you got to understand, like he was talking about Skype. It's not unusual for Skype to have them connections, even though you're not hooked up to it, because once you make contact with that particular agent,
They got to stay. They got to stay connected
they're
to you.
connected to ports. You know what I'm saying? Because your computer got thousands and thousands of ports on there. With this Google Hangouts, it's probably using I don't know how many ports to run that. If you go to YouTube, it's certain ports on there that each program or whatever uses.
But ain't,
Just
ain't there a difference between established and listening though?
yeah, listening means like let's say Skype, you got it off, but it's still listening for somebody to maybe send you a message. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then boom, if somebody tries to send you a message, it hears it and it makes a connection. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, listening just means that hey, it's open, listening for a signal from whatever that agent is on the other end. You know what I'm saying? Um, Now, if somebody wanted to go in your stuff, they'll scan your IP address, right? And then they're gonna be listening for different ports to try to see which ports are open, which ports are closed. And if they're trying to get in there, they're gonna go, of course, to an open port and try to establish a connection to your stuff. But I wouldn't get too freaked out about seeing Skype with full connections, things like that. I wouldn't get too freaked out. He mentioned something that said background. What would he say? Background something? Somebody pulled their thing up and it said
Background agent.
background agent. I wouldn't worry about those because that's too obvious. Like that's part of your background for your damn computer.
Right, right. All that background shit that it does.
Like your desktop, or it could be a lot, whatever. But if they're gonna try to do it, they're gonna hide it. It's called rootkits, like where they hide it within a program. So it'll be in Skype somewhere. It's not gonna be just sitting out by itself saying, "Hey, I'm a spy bug. Look at me." It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I
I just
got one.
recommend.
I got one telecom
Huh?
for Wi-Fi. Telecom Argentina. It's in Argentina, South America.
Why y'all so quiet, man? What's up, bros? Y'all straight?
I'm straight. I don't know. I don't do
Where's
work.
Rockstar at? I ain't heard Rockstar say something in 30 minutes. What's up, bro? You alright? He must be gone.
Yeah, he probably left.
How about
Nah, I'm here,
Armand?
King.
Oh, you here? Okay, you good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, bro. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll wait till we get offline, man.
Geolocation information. Okay, let me see. Uh, no services detected.
Yeah, I was just so quiet because I ain't got no computer on it. So I'm on my Android, so it really don't concern me too much.
Yeah. You could probably do these checks for your Android, but yeah. Let's see that. Let's check.
But I'm gonna tell you this right here, though, while we still online.
Uh-huh.
Y'all know what phishing is? It's called
Fish.
phishing.
With the you talking about with the SCH?
Yeah, the PHI phishing.
Okay. What's
So
that?
like, if I want to get you to do something on your computer, right? I'll call you at your office or whatever. I'll call you at the house and say, "Hey, you might have a virus. Do X, Y, and Z."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm putting some shit on there. I'm telling you how to put the shit on there so I can get on your shit. Now I'm not saying that's what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know I don't never do that. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of kick in like I'll wait. I'll do my own research. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, go to your start menu. Do this. Okay. Now see that button? Press download. Nah, hell nah. You know what I'm saying?
Download.
Y'all was just doing all that shit. Y'all was doing all that. Okay.
Download these viruses.
I'm really shaking my head like, come on, bro. Just chill. Like, do your research, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Copy, paste that. All right. That was it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. they kind of teach us in the Army not to do that shit. You know. But I'm just saying, man.
Oh, I got some blacklist status on here. Let me see here. Please wait a minute for the checks to complete. Status. I got all these jokers blacklisted. That's funny. They can't get it. They can't get
Hey,
it.
you know, what you just said, Library. You was like about how they teach you that stuff in the Army. And I remember all the fucking long ass classes, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That they put you through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Blue screen of death type shit.
Yeah. Man, they like every year we got to do a class, man, and it's like a cybersecurity awareness class. They just give you basic information on you know what I'm saying, like how to keep your stuff secure, and you know what I'm saying. And one of the things is where they're talking about people will call you and be like, "Hey, my name is Bob, and I'm from the IT department. We see that you have a virus. Could you do this and that and the other?" And it'd be somebody somewhere else somewhere, and what they're doing is basically telling you how to put the virus on your computer. And you think he from somebody like IT department, and he getting away in your computer. You know what I'm saying? Asking you what your IP address is, and you know what I'm saying, all kinds of questions and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It just be red flags for me. Not saying I'm not saying boys, nobody like that, because he didn't tell y'all do nothing crazy.
Yeah. I know. I was noticing that. You know what I'm saying? It seemed harmless what he was telling us to do.
Yeah. It wasn't like he was saying do nothing. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff is basic stuff he was
I mean,
telling
I'm not completely illiterate. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. I don't care nothing about none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm not doing nothing illegal, unholy, and things of that nature.
There you go, bro. There you go.
But yeah, like, it reminded me though, one of the craziest things, man, I've heard the Army teach, man, is that, you know how they gave us all them courses on rape and shit like that.
Hold on a second. I'll be lying. Arataza.
Coming up.
You see this video?
Yeah.
Find that on YouTube and watch that, because I'm not gonna play it. I'm about to get off here as soon as Amaziah finished talking.
Okay.
All right.
Nah, what I'm saying is, you know, they used to give us courses all the time on rape and things like that. And the craziest thing I ever heard the nigga say was that a man raping another man is not homosexual.
Who said that shit?
When it was one of the sergeants giving the presentation. Like
Yeah.
it was in the presentation, like trying to say that it wasn't homosexual. It was to establish dominance and shit like that.
Yeah.
I was like, man, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I have heard that too, man. Where they say like they call it hazing. You hazing somebody or something, and trying to
Yeah. Oh, this ain't the craziest shit I ever heard.
But they letting transgenders in now, man.
Yeah. Maybe they was trying to prepare us for that or something. This was back in 2010.
Which you was in the Army or you was in the Navy or something?
I was in the Army Reserves.
Okay. You learned something though, right? You learned something, right?
I learned how to work on medical equipment and how to clean weapons all the time that we never use.
You learn how to low crawl though, right?
Oh yeah.
You learn how to calibrate your weapon, right? Zero your weapon, right?
All day.
All right, there you go.
All day.
That's it. We're gonna need warriors, man. I know y'all don't think so, but it's my understanding, man. We're gonna need some warriors, bro.
What do you mean we don't think so? This whole entire series,
I thought
there's
y'all was gonna get
95 videos that tell us that we need a military.
I thought y'all was talking about getting zapped up, man.
Nah, we know we ain't getting zapped up.
And we got a budget already ready to go to get the money to recruit the military.
No, I know that. That's why I say you need to do some push-ups, bro. Get yourself ready, man.
And I'm the president pro tem. I don't need to damn. Last
Alright.
time damn Bill Clinton did a push up.
Hey, David had to go out there and get it in with his boys, bro.
Man, you ain't never seen no president today getting it in with nobody.
Think biblical. David got it in. David thanked the Most High that he had them hands for that ass. David said, "Thank you, Most High, for these hands you gave me to whoop ass." That's what he said.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. All right.
David said, "These cats can't hold me in the street. Thank you, Most High, for that."
I'm an orange belt. That's enough. I still remember my kata. That's good.
David
I
was,
don't need none of it. All I need is the law, statutes, commandments, and doing the prophecy. That's it.
man, y'all
That's
scared
what
me.
I thought. That's what I thought too, man. Until I started wondering about, you know what I mean, the Holy Spirit. In order to cultivate your internal, you got to cultivate the external.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
Okay.
I mean?
All right.
That's
Train. Go ahead, train. That's fine. Great. I can encourage everybody to train.
Bro, I hear what you're saying. Like, I understand where you're coming from with, faith, and I understand that.
Said faith. I said I got a budget together with an executive summary of the budget in order to get the money, $1 trillion, to recruit an army and build a hospital and do all the other stuff that deals with a nation.
My bad. I ain't hear that part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Faith has works. You have to do stuff when you have faith.
He said Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton ain't what you say? Bill Clinton ain't
Never seen Bill Clinton. He never even slapped somebody before.
he was slapping Monica, boy. He was slapping that ass.
Madness. He said Monica. All right, I'm about to go ahead and drop it.